Hello everybody, welcome back for a Thursday evening stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks so much for coming to hang out this evening. AJ, welcome. Bob Tech, good to see you. Sanjay, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. Penile Ponders, good to see you. Captain Lee, welcome. Hope all is well. Sasha, good to see you. Welcome back. Mark, good to see you, my friend. Chris Clark, good to see you. Sanjay, welcome. Huskers, good to see you, my friend. Going to be watching from LAX Sunday and Monday. Interesting. Very cool. Joe B is here. Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Leonard Grant is here. Welcome. Brett Day. Good to see you, man. Gary P. Welcome. Gage. Good to see you. Life Begins at 40. Welcome. Kraken. Good to see you. Deadwood. Good to see you. Kenzo. Welcome. Spliff Jam. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Chopper. Good to see you as well. Quit sounding like a bot. Penile Ponders. Your name is already very suspicious as is. Exclamation point bio in chat. And that should provide you with all the information that you're looking for. Chopper, welcome. Ray, good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Sushant, good to see you. Hope all is well. Mr. Daniel Barry is here as well. Welcome, Mr. Barry. Good to see you. Dan, you got blamed today. Apologies. Unfortunately, you weren't here, but you did get blamed for a slight aircraft malfunction this afternoon. The aircraft seemingly took us away from our waypoint. And, well, we really had only one person to blame. Definitely was not the aircraft's fault. It was definitely Mr. Daniel Barry's fault. College Dude, what's up, man? Good to see you. Gaston, good to see you. JJ, welcome back. Hope all is well, man. Welcome back. Hope all is well. Friends, welcome. We've got some new scenery. I went and picked this one up. It's Charleston. Dominic Design Team is known for putting out high quality scenery. This is one of the developers that I don't mind spending money on and supporting. I think they do a great job. I have all their other sceneries. So here we are. This is Charleston. Where are we, chat? Are we in South Carolina? Something like that? Jacksonville somewhere? I don't know where we are. The main reason why I picked this up, though, is down here. The Boeing plant. This kind of unlocks some pretty cool options for us when we want to start doing some like kind of delivery flights and stuff like that. Now, does anything get made here, chat, or is this like a maintenance? I don't know much about this. I know that there's like there's a lot of 787s over here. Jacksonville's a state now. Yeah, apologize. Sorry, yeah. A lot of 787s over here. I don't know, like, what happens over here. It is South Carolina. Okay, cool, perfect. I don't know if, like, they're built here, if they're, like, finalized here, if, like, they get painted here. I don't know what's going on. I wish I knew more information about it, but there's some really cool things going on with the scenery. You can see all the beautiful 787s. They make the 787 here. Well, see, that's pretty damn cool. Fuck, I went too far away, and now GSX is all upset at me and it's disconnected the jet bridge and all that fun stuff. Whoopsies. I might be able to fix that inside, actually. Let's come down into here. And it's also the Air Force Base. Yes, it's pretty cool scenery. I will say that. I've been able to like kind of jump around and look around a little bit. Ground services, can I just toggle the... I thought there was a toggle jetway. Let's just toggle that quickly and see if that works. Jetway has been toggled and toggle. Okay, there we go. Jet bridge is coming in. Should be good there. Hope all is well. Wonderful. Cool. That all looks good to me. Everything is set there. Wonderful. Cool. So, as mentioned, welcome. We're going to do some Charleston ops this evening, real world Delta ops. Now it's kind of weird, they operate this in the 737-900. I've also seen flights on Flight Radar that they're operating this in the A321. I don't know, is this like a super busy route? I'm assuming it is. If they're putting 737-900s and A321s on this route, I would assume that it's a busy route. We're obviously in the A320 this evening, close enough to either one of those aircraft if you really want. We could have flown the 737-900, but we're not flying Boeing till next week, so... But yeah, pretty cool. I didn't know that they built the 787 here, so we'll definitely have to do like a delivery flight or something from here. That could be a lot of fun as well. That would be pretty badass. So maybe we can do a delivery flight from here in the 787 whenever we're flying that again. I know that the Kuro and the Headwind recently got updated, so that should be really cool to kind of hang out and check that out. So good. Thanks for the kind words, Cap. I'll let the owner know about what you said. Wait, you guys, did you convert this scenery over, Captain Lee? Is that what you were saying? Waiting for DHL to deliver my Tobii eye tracker tonight. Ooh, Daniel's having a great time. Everything Delta feeds into Atlanta in the southeast. Okay, got you. This is the busiest route in Charleston. Okay, the Atlanta to Charleston. Got you. Okay. Well, friends, let's jump inside. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. Not the longest flights. Get our external power on, battery switch 1 and 2. Not the longest flights down into Atlanta today. I think we're scheduled at 52 minutes of flight time. So up to cruise altitude, and then we'll be starting our descent into Atlanta. First things first, Deers, left side, right side, center, all to the nav position, good. Flip our cap switch on, we'll get our ground control on. Cruise supply is on, nav and logo lights on, APU master start switch goes on. No smoking to the auto position, we'll arm our emergency exits, and we'll get our cargo heat to the aft position. Beautiful. We've already gone in here, we'll go to My Flight, and we'll import from SimBrief. I'll go ahead and import all of our data. Good. That's all set to me there. We'll go to sim settings. I'm just going to make sure that this has all of our callouts that we like to have. Obviously it doesn't look like it doesn't. There we go. And then units, that's all good. And then independent, we want them to be linked, and that all looks good to me. We'll save all of that. Good, cool. Back to My Flight. Let's go to mass and balance. We're going to go load the aircraft. 168 passengers down to Atlanta this evening. 2,600 kilograms of cargo and 6,300 kilograms of fuel. We're going to be dealing with a pretty nasty headwind on the way there, so the flight back's actually going to be quite a lot shorter, so that'll be pretty cool. Sweet. Everything looks good there. We'll go ahead and set our baro pressures 1021, 3021. On left side and right side. And let's go spend some time down here on the McDo. Let's go to our NITREF. I have updated our AIRAC, our call sign today. Delta 1129 is what we are. So go ahead and throw that into there. Beautiful. Charleston over to Atlanta with our alternate of Nashville. Good. Everything looks good there. We'll go to our NIT-B page. Let's plug in some numbers quickly. So we're looking at 60.1 and 31.7. 60.1/31.7. Good. And we'll bug those up into there. And then fuel for today's flight said we had 6.3. We'll call that 6.3. Good. We'll block that in. Wonderful. Let's go to our flight plan page. I did receive a PDC. So let's see what the weather's doing here and what we're expecting for runways. Visual approach runway 15 is in use, departing runway 15 and 21. So if we have a little look-see here, so we're departing 15 and 21. I mean, we can take runway 21 for departure, I guess, if asked. That should be fine. 7,000 feet, no problem. So maybe that's what we'll do. So if I go back to my ACARs, cleared the Stunno 1, Aldrich, Ewok, and then Sith arrival. Stunno 1, direct, Aldi, Ewok, and then the Sith 2. Okay, good. That's all looking good to me. And then what we can do is we can check the weather up here in Atlanta as well. So SimBrief has given me, let's go with ATIS. ATIS information kilo. Simultaneous approaches in use, 8 left, visual 9 right, and visual 10. So good. We're going to plan 9 right for the arrival today. So all of that looks good. I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Go back here to our charts. Open that up. Let's go to Charleston departures. We'll expect runway 21, just a shorter taxi, which is good. We're going to be on the Stunno 1 departure with the Aldridge or Alder something transition. We'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. And then Atlanta, we're jumping to our arrivals. We're going to plan for the ILS 9 right. We're going to be on the Sith 2 arrival. I love the stars into Atlanta. Sith 2 with the Ewok transition, and then our approach via today. We'll go ahead and have a quick little look-see at that. Let's go to Atlanta. Let's go to approach. Let's go to ILS 9 right. And we'll have a quick little look-see here, and we're going to take it. I guess we could put in Andy. I don't think we're going to get out to Andy, but we might as well take it out to Andy anyways. We'll draw the line all the way out to there. Beautiful. And then we'll insert that. Great. Let's scroll through here, make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities. We don't. We have a radar vector after stump, direct Andy, defins, and into the arrival. Beautiful. All of that looks good. I am happy with that. Let's go back to our NitRef tab. Cost index initially will be 5. Once is up to 340. Okay, I thought it had 36. 340, which makes a little bit more sense. 34,000 feet on the cruise altitude today. Wonderful. Let's go over to our performance page. Let's jump up top onto our EFB. Start working on things over here. Cool. Let's go ahead and plan runway 21 for departure. Surface conditions are dry. Doing a flaps 1, force toga no, anti-ice off, packs on, sync load sheet, sync live weather, calculate V-speeds. Beautiful. Don't feel good at all, Cap. I'm gonna leave. Sorry, I can't stay. No worries, man. I hope you feel better, dude. 31, 40, and 40 on the V-speeds. 131, 140, 140. Good. Transition 18,000, yes, North America. Flap's going to be 1/down 0.3 and 55 on the flex. Down 0.3 and 55 on the flex. We're going to rocket ship out of here. Beautiful. Cool. All of that looks good. I'm happy with that. Pre-flight is complete. Let's jump over here because I'm sure we're going to have some AtSiu and AOC menus to deal with here. Received messages. We should have our load sheet. We don't have our load sheet yet. Okay, interesting. That's fine. Let's go upstairs. I think we're done boarding the baggage. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and spool up the EPU. Going to get that all taken care of now. We've got about another 20 passengers left to board, and all is set there. Squawk code for this evening's flight, 7364. We'll tune that in. 7364. Good. We'll turn our on and reporting. Good. Get our brightness up on these guys. Beautiful. Come down here. I'm going to kill the brightness on this guy a little bit. Good. Sweet. Cool. And we've got 2 minutes left till our deer time as well. Contact 120.7 when ready for taxi. So pushback is on us. 120.7 when we're ready to go. Wonderful. Nice and easy, chat. Nice and easy. Eduardo, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Finally able to be in another Captain Canada stream. Good to see you, Eduardo. Appreciate you, man. Can I ask which landing rate you're using? I use LRM, landing rate monitor. You can put !LRM in chat, and it'll provide you with a link directly to what I am using. Nice and simple. Still on the fence with the E175. I think I'll just bite the bullet. My expectations are in check. You watched me fly it for a week. It should be, you know, it should be pretty, you should know what you're getting yourself into. And if not, just go back and watch the videos, you know. Is it just going to be this? No, we're doing the round trip, Sanjay. So we're going from Charleston to Atlanta, from Atlanta back to Charleston. Should be a nice 3-hour stream around there, usual. Our usual. Yep. There we go. We are boarded. We're ready to go. Let's go to the overhead. APU bleed is on. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get our fuel pump switches on. Beacon light goes on. Seatbelt sign goes on. External power gets disconnected. Ground control gets disconnected down there. It's already gone, Dan. Don't even worry about it. Go to Phoenix. Let's go to our ground services. We'll go ahead and remove the chocks and cones and the GPU. We'll go to GSX. We'll prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. Jump outside. There we go. We're not going to get in anybody's way. Have you ever done 4 flights? 4 flights in a stream? We have, yes. Yep. You're flying out of my old hood IRL, but moved to Boise with the wife's job transfer. Cold here, but happy to be out of the south. There you go, man.
Hello,
awesome.
Captain.
Very cool.
We are ready for pushback.
We are ready for pushback. And now we've got our company message. Now we can check our load sheet. Wonderful. 168 plus 2. 170 passengers on board. And I think we have 6 crew. 4 flight attendants, 2 pilots. Captain, will this flight be provided with coffee for free? Yes. Coffee, and we're flying on Delta. What does Delta give out for snacks? Biscoff? I don't know if they give out Biscoffs, but maybe. We might get a Biscoff. Let's have a quick little look here at the Stuno 1 RNAV departure. It is going to be a right turn out immediately to Taylor from runway 15, and our initial climb altitude is 4,000 feet. So we'll bug up 4,000 feet. Good. Back to the overhead. Everything looks great up there. Everything is set. Everything's ready. Cool.
Locking gear.
All right. Biscoffs and drinks. They do serve Biscoffs on Delta? Need to fly Delta more, chat. That's the theory that I'm hearing. Better fly them more often. Never flown Delta. Don't kill me. This is my first virtual Delta trip. There you go, man. I've never flown Delta. I don't think I've ever flown Delta. I'm trying to think if I have, but I don't think so. You mostly fly Southwest? There you go. Do you usually pay for the early boarding, Jake, or do you just let it go? We're gonna go nose right, tail left. Yep.
Release parking brake.
Good. Let's release our park brake. Don't want to make sure nobody's pushing. Gonna get in anybody's way.
Clear.
Cool.
Start at will.
Let's do it. Engine mode selector to the start position. You'll hear the bleeds turn off. Sorry, the packs. There we go. And we'll go ahead and spool up engine number 2. Enjoy. As a resident of Minnesota, we usually fly Delta. We're booked onto them in Vegas in January. Nice, man. Very cool. You know when you need to go back to Vegas? June for Flight Sim Expo.
I'm surprised, Captain, you didn't connect the dots if you had seen the Streamlabs receipt from your earlier stream allow.
Wait, was that you, Gary? This guy, man. My bad, Gary. I just assumed it was Citation Max, because that was something Max would say in the donation, man. My bad. Thank you very much, dude. You're right. I could have checked. You know what's weird? It doesn't show me on Streamlabs. I have to actually physically open up PayPal and look at the name on PayPal. Pretty weird, right? Yeah. So I have a very, very limited edition Blame Dan t-shirts coming on December 12th. Kind of amused. Are you going to be giving those away at Flight Sim Expo 2024, Daniel Barry? How many did you end up getting? So, man, we know we have to give those away to the winners of the the winners of the landing challenge that we're going to do, Dan. We're going to have to give them a Blame Dan t-shirt. The winner, save one. Save one shirt for the winner. Let's go ahead and spool up engine number 1. Giving them away, I'd have to order more. Wait, I thought... Did I so I have a very limited edition t-shirts coming for me. Oh, never mind. I misread that. I misread as in like you ordered like 20 shirts or something like that. I mean, we could always do something like that. Maybe order like another 5 shirts. They still have the design for you, right? You have to give them to anybody who crashes. Oh man. I will pay top dollar, says Mopar. Blame Dan.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear.
All right, we got 2 good engines.
Approach Delta 2106.
I know that voice.
Ready to taxi. Delta 2106, hello, Charleston departure, thank you for hotel, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, hotel, Delta, cross runway 21 on hotel.
Alrighty, upstairs APU comes off, APU bleed comes off. We'll turn those engine sounds down here just a little bit. Good, everything's set up there. We got flaps, ground spoilers armed, engine mode selector back to the normal position. Predictive wind shear system goes to auto. We've got 4,000 feet selected, auto brake over 2 max, RTO, and all of that looks good. We just need our trim value down 0.3. Good.
Well, you know what, he's taking the wrong way. Delta 1227, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, hotel, Delta, cross runway 21 on hotel.
Runway 15 via Alpha, hotel, Delta, cross 21 on hotel, 1227.
Delta 2106, there's going to be a company 737-700. He's exiting the ramp basically straight onto Alpha.
I know that voice from World Flight, yes.
Company.
Yeah.
Captain,
when is the famous Airbus barks? They already happened. Yeah. Ooh, AJ. It's basically as easy as just getting them to reprint them. Okay, yeah, we should do something like that. Maybe get like 5 or something for the expo. Charleston approach, good evening, Delta 1129 with information, hotel, ready taxi. If we get 2-1, that'd be great, please.
Delta 1129, Charleston departure, roger, thanks for hotel. Yeah, sure thing, runway 21, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 33 on Alpha, and you'll be behind a company 737.
Alrighty, Alpha cross 33 and Alpha, and we'll be behind the company 737, Delta 1129. Alright, let's do a chat. So he wants us out onto Alpha. So we're going to go ramp, and then we'll go out on Alpha, and we'll cross all the way down. Beautiful.
Follow the company A320 directly in front of you via Alpha, cross runway 33 on Alpha.
Those are the best barks from the Airbus, especially when turning on the hydraulics and lowering the flaps. Yep. That noise right there. So good. Alright, we'll ding the cabin. Here we go. When ATC says company, does that mean the same airline? Correct, Sanjay. Yeah, so that would be him in front of us right there. The company 737. He is right there. You got it. Yeah, I haven't had any performance issues though, like with the, I guess people were saying that they were having performance issues with this airport. They've released 2 patches over the last 2 days. I am running version 1.2.
2106, just take 21 straight up. 2106, sure thing, that's approved. Runway 21 taxi Alpha across 33.
So I'm running version 1.2 of this scenery.
2106,
and I haven't really noticed any issues. No frame rate issues. Pretty normal. I mean, I'm getting mid-40s. Texturing, again, always on point. Dominic Design Team, I love their sceneries. We'll support them for sure. Justin, my man, 34 months. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaters, man. Thank you.
If you want to take 2-1, I could potentially get you onto 2-1. It would just be a little bit of an interesting taxi. Just let me know.
Great looking scenery. I'm going to have to pick it up. It is very nice. Yeah, very nice scenery. Especially with the Boeing plane, man. That's going to be really cool. It's going to be cool to do some like delivery flights or something like that in the 787. Be kind of fun. Alright, we'll do our takeoff config test. Takeoff config normal. ECAM is no blue. No blue. Great excuse for some 787 short hops. You could do some like, yeah, some like pretty cool delivery flights and stuff like that, right? Could definitely do some of those. What is my favorite aircraft? I don't really have like a favorite aircraft, to be honest with you. Yeah. Have you ever experienced extreme turbulence IRL? I have, yes. I mean, not extreme, but I've definitely dropped like hundreds of feet. I remember there was a flight, dude. I was on an Air Canada Embraer 175 with my mom. 170 or 175. Holy shit, dude. It was an evening flight, afternoon, like later afternoon flight, and it was in a snowstorm. and we were coming into Toronto, and we were landing on 3-3 right, and it was chaotic. Remember people puking and people screaming. It was wild. That's probably the craziest flight I think I've ever been on.
Winds 1005, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
My man, thanks again so much, dude. Justin, for the 34 months. I appreciate you. We got Flight Sim Life celebrating 34 months as well. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for support. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Both of you guys rocking 34-month badges. Appreciate it. They share the airport with the military. Is that modeled in the scenery? It is, Huskers. Yeah, you'll see it off of departure if you look to our right. I'll do a whole like showcase when we get back. So yeah, I didn't mention this time at this time, but I had major turbulence when landing on the return flight from Ontario. Ooh, it's that time of the year, crossing the jet stream or something like that. Spike Fly 17 months. Appreciate you, my man. Huge enough floaties to you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Let go a gift before Christmas. We'll be doing Christmas giveaways. Don't you worry, my friend. Thank you for the support, dude. Appreciate you. 17 months, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Pilot Sammy, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Hey, Cap, when are you going to do a Boeing 777 flight? Once we get the PMDG 777 is when I will do a 777 flight.
Delta 1129, runway 21, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 21, Delta 1129. Alrighty, line up and wait. Landing lights on, strobe lights, wing lights, nose lights to take off. Get ourselves all lined up here professionally.
6 radar contact, the altitude pass.
Coming up on 500 for 4,000, Delta 2106.
Delta 2106, roger. Thank you. Climb maintain 10,000.
10,000, 2106.
Delta 1227, winds 1005, runway 15, clear for takeoff. Traffic holding in position, the intersecting runway.
Alrighty. Cool.
1127.
Yeah, it's going to be a loud departure because those things are going to be, those engines are going to be blasted.
Departure, good evening, Southwest 36.
Yeah, can we just get these developers to dirty up the taxiways? Yeah, this one's not bad. I do agree, though. I'd love them to be a little bit more dirty. This runway texture looks beautiful, though. This is real nice. I like this.
Delta, hold short, runway 3 on Charlie.
Alright, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, hold short, runway 3.
I'm hoping to get you guys some more Thrustmaster goodies for Christmas, so we'll see, man. I feel bad asking them for more stuff to give away.
The intersecting runway 15, and it'll be about a minute and a half in position.
No worries, minute and a half for Delta 1129. You can see the, let me turn the sounds down. I might even be able to shoot you over there. So you can see the military. You can see all their airplanes parked over there and all the military. There's a bunch of like aircraft and a bunch of things parked over there. So for somebody who was mentioning that, you can see all that there. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, friends. Tell them you really want a tiller. Hey, can you give away a tiller that you haven't announced yet and we don't even know if you're making? I'm sure that would go over well. I'm sure that would go over well. It was bumpy on takeoff. Ooh. Ooh, there's the Delta 737 departing out there in front of us. Very nice. And I think he has an immediate right turnaround as well, so yeah. Remember being on a Southwest 737?
3735, if you can make it a Southwest taxi for me, cross runway 3 on Charlie, and then after that, normal taxi's fine.
Alright, we'll Southwest it.
Later to Oakland, he buttered it so good, even the flight attendant mentioned it. Ooh, those are the good ones. Those are the good ones. I have a Airbus Captain Pack coming from Thrustmaster tomorrow. Nice, very cool. Enjoy that.
Delta 1227, roger, thank you. Climb maintain 10,000.
Delta 10,000, Charles 27.
Truck number 2, what's up, mate? Good to see you. What's worse than TM saying no more giveaways? Yeah. Exactly. Not anything really too bad. Last day of November. Hope everyone is doing well. It is. You are correct. Tomorrow is December 1st. Crazy, dude. Crazy, we're already into December. Nice,
Riley
Ray.
and I are watching as always.
Delta 1129, the wind is 1005, runway 21, you are clear for takeoff.
Runway 21 cleared for takeoff, Delta 1129, thanks. All right. Joystick cam is on. Davis, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you as always, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sounds are going up.
On for you guys.
Let's go ahead and send it. Throttle's up to about 40%.
See you in a moment.
Good. Chrono's on. Let's go. Manflex 55 SRS runway, auto thrust. Slight nose down pressure on the stick. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed is alive. 100 knots, we're neutral. V1. Rotate. Also right. Gear up. That's through 700 feet, Delta 1129.
Delta 1129, thank you, sir. Mind to maintain correction 10,000.
Come maintain 10,000, Delta 1129, thanks.
Delta 1227.
Alrighty.
Offline radar service terminated. Frequency change.
10,000 feet is set and bugged.
Have a good night, see you. Control aircraft, ATIS is just updated. It's going to be altitude 3023.
Throttles to climb.
Delta 511, it'll be about another 30 seconds in position for space. Alright, no worries.
Nose down gently, build up some speed. Runway turn off, wing lights. Ground spoilers disarmed.
Delta 511, the winds are now 010 at 3. Runway 21, clear for takeoff. Runway 21, clear for takeoff, identified.
It flies so much different with this much weight onto it as opposed to how it was flying this afternoon when we had 8 passengers on our charter flights. Let's go flaps clean. A little bit bumpy there. I don't know what the weather's like in Atlanta. We got some nice cloud cover. Mr. Daniel Barry coming in with 5 gifted members. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support, sir. Appreciate you. Incredibly kind. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Mr. Dan Barry. Actually, let's not get some no floaties. Let's get some blame Dans in chat. That is Dan's form of no floaties. Get a bunch of blame Dans in chat.
Delta 511, radar contact, the altitude pass. Nothing nice, would you set up after? Alright, Delta 511, thank you, sir. Climb and maintain 10,000. Climb and maintain 10,000,
Alrighty, there we go. Coming up to 6,500 feet. Autopilot 1 is going on. Bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Mr. Daniel Barry, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Matthew, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
35, wind 010 runway 15, clear for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff, runway 15, Southwest 3735.
Delta 1129, Jacksonville Center's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. We'll see you on the flip side.
Over to Unicom. Thanks for ATC, man. All right, nice. We even get the nice from the controller. We like that. Over to Unicom. Wonderful, looking good. We'll catch him on the other side. Great ATC.
Month is already coming to a close. Make this flight count, good sir. Thank you for doing these streams.
Right, Cal? Crazy, man. Thank you for the 11 bones, Cal. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe we're already through another month. The month of November. Crazy, man. Thanks for your support, dude. Appreciate you, man. You get any news on that guy that said he'll match the world flight donations? I haven't. You'd have to talk to Rookie or Maverick about that, man. I would have no clue. I'm not. I didn't organize any of that. I don't have any of that information, unfortunately. That would be a question for those two gentlemen, not myself. Cap, is the CRJ 700 flyable? It is flyable. Before I start suggesting it again, I'm gonna wait for the updates that are planned to come up before we do so. Cruise altitude is 34,000. We'll bug up 34,000. Yeah, it hasn't been updated in so long, but the developer is working on an update, so there's that. Maybe wait for that, you know. Davis gifted a membership to the channel. Thanks so much, Davis. Appreciate you, man. Huge enough floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much. Said a couple days until the Bulldogs take down Alabama again. Oh, I feel like those are fighting words. Professional player, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. For you, it's so late. Yes, this is very much a stream for the North American viewers, as it is. Yeah, what time is it over in Europe right now? 1, 2 a.m. Nice, Davis. Nice. String Bean, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well, man. I feel like it's been a while, but good to see you. Welcome back. You get whenever I fly the Phoenix, I get warning about the auto throttle means maximum something. Any ideas? Have you configured your throttles? So have you gone, if you go down here to the McDo menu and you go to the config, you have to do the control config and you calibrate your throttles. Have you done that? If you haven't done that, I suggest doing that. That should help. For you in Czech, it's 2:07 a.m. Oof, that is early, my friend. And late. Early or late. Whichever one you want to thanks, man. For Scepter, my man, dropping the $20 donation as well. Huge enough floaties to you. Chris, thank you for the support, man. Extremely kind. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Scepter, a.k.a. Chris. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. Cap, what are your favorite European approaches? Oh, man, there's so many. There's so many. I love the terrain and the visuals when flying in Europe. We're going to do some Ryanair next week. We'll be back in the 737, so that'll be fun. Are you able to share where you find the zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight CG, etc.? Like how I get those numbers, Eric? I just use SimBrief, Eric. So if you like use SimBrief, you can like basically edit it your flights and do whatever you want. This is ours for the flight. I just did this based off selecting 168 passengers. So if you go to SimBrief, let's say you start like you open up a new tab or something, and we're going from KCHS over to Atlanta, and then you would select your aircraft, A320. I would select the Phoenix on the list, and then if you scroll down here, you can see passengers, how it's an auto. You can go full 180, or you can put whatever. You can put like 174, you could put 154, you could put whatever you want, and then based off of those numbers, it'll give you your zero fuel. Like you can even set your freight cargo. You could do whatever you want. You could even set the payload. You could do whatever you want. Zero fuel weight. You could go max. You can set whatever you want. That's what I use. That is what I use, my friend.
Enjoying the evening streams. Chris,
thanks, man.
Smiley face.
Appreciate you, Chris. Thanks again, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what are some opportunities you're looking forward to in your career? Jesus, you sound like my grandmother. Roasting me. What are some opportunities that I look forward to in my career? I think first and foremost, spreading the word and sharing the love and the passion for flight sim. I think that's my number one goal. Just showing people that you don't have to have, you don't have to be a registered pilot or a licensed pilot to enjoy flight sim and be good at it. You really don't. You can kind of just, anybody having the right mindset and getting into something like this, I think that's really all it is. Another big aspect is just, the amount of friends and the amount of people that I've been able to meet, doing this. I think that's a huge plus for me as well. I'm very fortunate to have, I work with great companies, Thrustmaster being one of them, AnyBuilds. I work with great companies, and I'm, it's enabled me to have great friendships, make great friendships, and long-lasting friendships as well, in my opinion, just through some of the people that I've met. So that's another huge thing for me. As far as like yeah, I mean, like I've always mentioned, I started this channel with the sole purpose of spreading love, and not spreading love, but spreading my love for flight sim and my passion, and hoping that I could, you know, hoping that I could get others involved, pardon me, involved in flight sim the way that I have. That's really my end goal, is to just build this hobby for years and decades and stuff moving forward. You know, I think that's the real goal, you know. So Mike celebrating 60 months as Cap, long time no top, hope all is well. 60 months, chat, as a first class member. Thank you very much. And we got Reggie dropping 5 gifted members as well. Unbelievable. Huge no floaties to you, Reg. Thanks so much for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Mike celebrating 60 months as well. Incredible. Thanks for your support, Mike. I appreciate you, man. 60 months. One of the OGs, man. One of the OGs of the channel. Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate you, dude. Hope all's well, man. I'm still kicking over here, man. Doing my best. Getting ready for winter. I was testing out. I was out at the farm yesterday. We were testing out the block heater for the tractor. When we bought the tractor from the dealership, they assured me that the block heater worked and that they had tested it. So the fiance and I have been testing it and making sure everything works, and so far so good. Everything has been working perfectly fine. Anybody knows anything about old diesel engines, they do not like the cold. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like that's it. I saw somebody ask, like, what's your plan? What did your goal look like in 5 years? Honestly, man, I don't really know, dude. One of the beauties I think about like this is like kind of just who knows where this hobby's going to take me, right? It really, who knows, man? Who knows? I think that's, you know, some people would probably find that scary. I think I've come to learn just to kind of like embrace it, and that like this whole live streaming and content creation type thing, it's so new, you know, that there isn't really very many certainties, right? Who knows, man? In 5 years from now, live streaming services on YouTube could be shut down or something like that, you know what I mean? Who knows, man? Who knows, dude? At the end of the day, you don't really know. So I just try and enjoy it. I just try and stay thankful, stay humble, stay in the moment. Just realize that you know, I feel like I made the right decision. I've gone over this a bunch, and you know, for those of you that don't know, I didn't just like decide to start streaming full time. Like, I was streaming, and I was streaming part time, and I gave myself a goal, and I said, if I make X amount of money for 6 months, I'll owe it to myself to you know, to kind of go into streaming full time and see what I could do. So that's kind of how this started, and I feel like I made the right decision. I feel like this year, the past 2 years have been like incredibly rewarding. I feel like this year might have been like the most rewarding, just based on like the friendships that I've made, and just seeing kind of like Microsoft Flight Simulator come into its own. And I'm really hoping that next year, 2024, is going to be just as big. I think 2024 will actually be even bigger, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see, right? I stream full-time 40 hours. Well, no, it doesn't mean that. Like, I mean, it's full-time my job. Like, this is my only source of income, is streaming. So I have sources of income through people donating, people gifting members, memberships, ad revenue. I also have external sponsors with AnyBuilds, Thrustmaster, just to name a few. So all of that combined allows me to live my life doing this. Do I stream 40 hours a week? No. I think I stream probably roughly 20, 25 hours a week, something like that. I'm on camera. Now, keep in mind that, you know, for every 4 hours that I'm live, there's probably an hour that's going on. So I would say it's probably close to 40 hours when you take everything in, emails, Discord, meetings, everything in between. It could be up to 40 hours a week. I would say probably on average 35 would be a fair number. I would say probably slightly less than 40 hours a week, roughly 35 hours, give or take. I feel like that's a fair assumption, an accurate assumption. But yeah, you got a membership? You did. Here you go, man. I feel like it was just yesterday. It was the 30K long haul stream. Now you're almost at 75K. Crazy, dude. Yeah. I'll have a meltdown if there's no Captain Canada daycare one day. Can't happen. Great therapy. Thank you, man. Does that include the DMs? Yes, that includes some of the DMs. Some of the DMs, not all of them, you know. So I have to commend you. I started my YouTube grind a couple months ago, and it's been extremely difficult, so props to you, sir. I sincerely underestimate the work that comes with streaming. I mean, especially now, Mike, I got to be 100% honest with you, man. Now it's even harder, dude. Like, I say this all the time. I was right place, right time, to be honest with you. You know, I started streaming when there were still streamers, but there weren't that many streamers. Like, there was maybe like 5 to 10 people streaming on both platforms, like YouTube and Twitch. Like, it wasn't really a popular thing. And then I kind of started streaming, and X-Plane 11, X-Plane 10 started to like really gain some momentum with the community, and shit, dude, before I knew it. Now, you have to remember, like, flight sim is also a very niche genre, right? Because, like, you look at my channel and you would say, wow, 75,000 subscribers, that's not a lot. How does this guy live, like, full-time off of that? Well, it depends which genre you do it, right? 75,000 subscribers in the Call of Duty world would be nothing, right? In the Fortnite world would be nothing. I don't think anybody would be able to survive, you know, with that. But seeing that I'm in a super niche market and I have 75,000 subscribers, it's actually rather impressive, just because of how niche our market is, right? And there's so many other great content creators, and I feel the same about them as well, right? For our little niche hobby, right? I mean, if you look at Flight Deck to Sim, the guy's over 90,000 subscribers now. So it's crazy impressive what you can do just off Flight Sim. I think he may be one of the first, like, legitimate flight sim stream channels that is going to hit 100K. I think he'll be the first one to do it, and rightfully so. I mean, the content that he produces it's always top notch. The tutorials that he does, you know, he's been doing PMDG videos for like 10 years. You go back to his channel, he used to be a training captain, a sim training captain. So yeah, when you got what you got, great variety, learn some things, and always a great support team with you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. No, I believe it. You melt things in your free time, so better than that. There you go. Yeah. So someone got a bit too, but I don't stream. Yeah, I don't listen, and I would say, like, those guys, they've almost created their own, which Manolo, honestly, man, you have to give kudos to them. Swiss, Erin Ryans, whatever you call him, Air Force Proud. These guys have literally made their own, like, sub-genre in a very niche genre, which is super impressive, man. Like, super impressive. The fact that these guys have been able to build up their channel to 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 subscribers, that's absolutely mental if you think about it. Like, it's flight sim, you know what I mean? Yes, okay, their videos may attract a certain age demographic, and it may be younger than, like, what I'm interested in doing and that type of stuff, but that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely crazy how much work these guys have done, and how they've made, like I said, their own little genre within the genre. And to me, that's super impressive. Like, you guys know, man, I'll be the first one to say it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not interested in watching Swiss videos or anything like that, or Erin Ryans. Like, I'll watch an Air Force Proud video. That's just because I've been watching Air Force Proud videos for years and years and years. I love the guy. I think he's a genius when it comes to these videos and the way he creates them and edits them and stuff. But as far as like a Swiss video and stuff like that, I'm not really interested in watching any of that type of content. But I'm also not going to credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? And of course, Jeff. I mean, I think Jeff is one of the, like, legit flight sim streamers, and that's why I was saying Jeff is part of the, like, legit flight sim world. I don't think Jeff has created his own subgenre the way that, like, Swiss and Erin and Air Force Proud have, you know what I mean? Like, those guys have their own, you know, genre, as I would say. Yeah. You ever watch V1? When I can tune in. Yeah, I mean, when I can, dude. You have to remember, I'm pretty busy when I'm not, like, streaming, or I'm not, you know, usually I'm out at the farm a couple days a week and stuff like that. So, yeah. Air Force Proud is doing more flight style videos lately. He is. Yeah, he did, like, Cross the Pond, and he's got some other cool videos and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, you can just see, dude, the content's growing, right? Like, I'm sure listen, dude, like I've said before, man, like my biggest fear if I would be like a Swiss 01 or an Erin or something like that would be like how repetitive my videos have to be in order for people to click on them, right? Like it seems like Swiss and like all these other guys, like if you go and look at their videos, the videos that get the most clicks is when like they try and take like an Antonov into like St. Bart's or something like that, right? So like I would just hate it if I had to paint myself in that corner and I was kind of stuck making those videos because those were the only videos that got clicks and likes and income for my channel. That would be my only concern about doing that type of content, right? But I think you see it. I think you see it with Swiss, you see it with Air Force Proud, you see it. They're kind of like doing both. They're kind of bringing it back to like the, you know, the longer flights and the VATSIM style flights where they're on VATSIM and they're doing, you know, a proper flight from point A to point B. You can kind of see that they're growing as the channel is growing, right? They're kind of pulling away from the childish material, if you will, and they're starting to do more, you know, stuff of their age. You know what I mean? Do you see yourself doing edited content like condensed full flights in the future? I don't know, Matthew. Part of what I love doing this is the interaction with chat, the live interaction. There not being any room for like, you know, one of my biggest things, dude, is, you know, when you start making like edited content, dude, you could sit there and do the landing 50 times until you get that perfect landing on the 1,000 footers, perfect flare, and you can just edit it in and nobody will know the difference, right? For me, I much prefer the live, raw aspect of like flight sim and like the interactions with like chat and myself and the things that we have going on. And, you know, if there is a mistake or something happens, you guys are right here to see it, and there's no hiding, there's no redoing my landing, there's no any of that, right? And that's what I love. I love the one-on-one interaction with my chat, and I don't know if I would ever move to like curated, edited videos. Now, never say never, right? I did enjoy creating that Toby eye tracker review for you guys. It was fun, it was challenging. I actually had the entire video shot and the entire video edited, and I had it up on my channel, and I actually scrapped it and completely redid it because I wasn't happy with it. And to me, it was a good test of like the content that I want out. Am I doing this just to get a quick bit of cash from Toby, or am I actually doing this wanting to create a proper review for you guys? Yeah, okay, I was paid to do the review, but you know, I think it's better off that I be happy with the content and you guys be able to watch it and be like, okay, that was a good, you know, that was a good 10 minutes. I got everything that I wanted to know out of that 10-minute video. Yeah. This channel has the best chat of any sim or stream. We're a little bit crazy sometimes. Jeff and Matt Davies, and you were the ones that got me into aviation when I was younger. It's awesome how much you can inspire younger people to become involved with aviation like myself. That's great news, Isaac, because I mean, those two guys, I looked up to those two guys as well, man. Jeff was one of the main reasons why I got into like flight sim, why I wanted to do flight sim, and Matt Davies was one of the first streamers that I ever watched. Matt Davies, I mean, dude, I remember the videos that he used to put out. I don't even know how many years, probably close to like 10 years ago. He did the whole series of like difficult approaches and tough approaches and stuff like that. I learned how to do the Innsbruck circle to land from Matt, watching his videos and just watching it over and over and over and practicing, you know what I mean? He was a huge inspiration for my channel and like kind of my no bullshit approach to things. I'll always remember Matt and watching his streams, and like, you couldn't buy a like from this man. Like, he was honest to a fault sometimes, but he was unbelievably honest, and there was absolutely no bullshit when it came to him and his channel and his thoughts and the way that he articulated them. And you can kind of see that in my streams, how I kind of take the same from that. There's no bullshit here. I don't really beat around the bush. I don't care if you've paid me to do a review. If your product's shit, I'm going to tell you that your product is shit. You know, and that's just kind of the reason why I kind of got into, you know, always being like that. This Toby smells like fresh toner cartridges. Ooh, you got your Toby. Have fun setting it up, Dan. It's a good one. Get you have gaming content, nice and professional. Thank you, man. I've also been doing something on my channel that I don't really see the flight sim community as virtual airline flying. I love flying for virtual airlines. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I always tell people, like, if you're bored or if you're looking for something to do and you want to fly join a virtual airline, man. Virtual airlines are absolutely fantastic to have. They can offer what feels like maybe you don't have, a purpose to a lot of your flying. You want to have more purpose to your flying and stuff. So, how's the Palm Springs approach? Beautiful. Yeah. Honestly, after I started watching you, I've been having the itch to get back into flight simming. Finally got the PC after almost 5 years. My man, you're on your way. You're on your way, dude. It's like riding a bike, I find, with flight simming, man. Obviously, you got to give yourself some time to get back into it, but it's one of those hobbies, man, where it's, I feel like it's something, the beauty of this hobby is I truly feel that this is something I can do till I'm, old and nobody gives a shit about watching any of my videos anymore and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's just something that you can easily kind of fall back into. You don't need to be, like these Call of Duty streamers that have their prime because they just can't keep up, You don't really need that with flight sim, And I mean, honestly, if you look at it, look at how many like great older content creators that we have. We've got, who's the guy on Twitch? I absolutely love his content. My brain's not working today. I don't know why. But he has a huge following, and he's a great guy. I forget his name, but it'll come to me. Or somebody in chat will do it. So, do I have any Scandinavian roots? No. Irish, French, English. 757's by. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, great guy. Great guy as well. Filbert Flies, that's another one. Yeah. It's just so amazing how far flight simulation has come over the years. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I think we're at that point where like technology is just going to become so crazy. I'm super excited to see what they do with Microsoft 2024 as well, man. I know that everybody's upset and everybody's a little bit worried right now that their add-ons aren't going to work and stuff like that. I think that they will. I don't think Microsoft is silly enough to push out a new simulator and make everybody rebuy all their add-ons again after people have spent thousands and thousands of dollars in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, I don't know. Flying Fabio used to be interesting to watch, but he stopped. Yeah, I've heard Fabio has been actually, what's crazy is Fabio has actually been around the flight sim community for quite a while. He'd streamed for quite a while, and then he kind of fell off and I guess stopped streaming, and then now he was streaming again, and then he stopped streaming. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on with all of that. I never really had the opportunity to watch Fabio. I've seen a couple of his videos here and there. I did speak with him at Flight Sim Expo in San Diego 2021. He was there, but yeah. All right, let's all do hold on, watch from this view. Gotta wait for that engine reduction, chat. Wait for it. The VR is what blows my mind. I can't get in HD resolution in that. It'll be insanely cool. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Halfway there now with having a PC, but now might be moving, so gotta hold off on the rest. You got it, man. Man, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with holding off and waiting. What you gotta do, Anyone got any PMDG 777 news? Nope, but if you want, like, live news, go over to the forums. String Bean. The PMDG forums are a great place, and that way you don't have to rely on hearing it in streams or other people talking about it. You can see it for yourself from the developer. I always tell everybody, if you're not on the PMDG forums, get yourself on the PMDG forums. All right, listen to the thrust reduction. Ready? Absolutely love it. Ethan, what's up, man? All the way from BC. Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Coming out early 2024 when 2023 ends. What's that? The 777? I don't think we're getting it within a month. The end of 2023 is 30 days away, 31 days away. Yeah. Toby notice, do not lick the tape or place any part of the tape or magnet mounting plate in one's mouth. Hey man, gotta cover all your bases, Dan. Cover all of them now. By the way, Cap, ETC just went offline. I saw that. I was waiting. I'm surprised I didn't get a ding. And I just saw that they're no longer online. It is what it is, man. That's fine. Everybody should be able to read a chart. We should be good to get ourselves in there. What we can expect, though, we are on the 6th arrival. So we can expect is 12,000 at Tizzy. And then if we look at our approach, we're going to obviously cut it in here. If you are flying this approach and you are going to 9 right, guys, don't go all the way out to Andy. Take it like at, you know, at Easy or something, 4,000 feet at Easy. Come in between Guy and Easy at 4,000 feet and you'll be good to intercept. So that's what we'll plan for. So we'll take it down to 12,000 initially, which will be the initial descent. We'll go auto brakes down to low. We'll arm our ground spoilers. Good. For parking, let me see where this aircraft parked in Atlanta. Alright, cool. They went like midfield. What is that gate? They went to Bravo 7. Bravo 7. Let's have a look-see here. Atlanta. Bravo 7 is where they went in. That was where the real aircraft parked. So we'll do our best to get us into Bravo 7. Probably vacate on November 6th, and we'll cross at November, and we'll go like that, down and in for Bravo 7. In and around there. It doesn't have to be that exact gate, but any one of those ones should be good. You don't want to extend to a 22-mile downwind? No, thank you. You can ever live 20 minutes from Atlanta IRL. I'm working on getting that controller rating of the Atlanta ARTCC. Nice, Holden. That'll be awesome, man. You'll be able to come on and give us some badass ATC, dude. Looking forward to it. Pulled the trigger on a 4070. Ooh, baby. He's getting that frame generation. I hope it's as good as what I've seen. The only thing that scares me is a lot of the frame generation stuff that I've seen is people with 4090s. But I'm assuming it's frame generation, right? Obviously, you know, you're still going to be getting great performance. And I know you have a good CPU as well, so. Rob, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Somebody's already at Bravo 7? Okay. That's okay. He may be gone by the time we get there as well, Mark. But any one of those gates would be perfectly fine. We should be okay with that. What's for dinner tonight, Rob? I had Thai beef. Thai green curry. Beef. Thai green curry. Back with my meal plan things. Just hoping that the Phoenix V2 Block 2 releases by the end of this year. I would certainly hope so as well. Fingers crossed. I don't think we really know, but fingers crossed. Do you like the Antalya approach? If so, which one? The approach that goes over the land or the one that stretches over the coast? I like them both, Sanjay, to be honest with you. Antalya is one of my favorite airports to fly into in Turkey. It's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love that airport. I love the look of it. I love the approach. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful airport. One of my favorites. No detours to Detroit. No. I still can't believe that happened, man. And the way that it happened, how I just randomly had it set to a wing view, and I like looked down and I was like, what city is that? I think it looks like Detroit. I go and pull up. We go and pull up our approach chart, and we're just way the hell off. Yep. That would be Detroit, and we are not supposed to be there. Frame generation is great. Turned my render scale up to 5K, and the sim was pretty smooth. I had most of my graphics on Ultra too. Jesus, man. That's crazy. Joe, thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thoughts on the first flights when the A300 releases it? Ooh, FedEx. I want to say FedEx out of Oakland, but I don't know. FedEx out of Memphis as well. We got great Memphis scenery. I don't know, man. You're doing the Toronto to Fort Lauderdale. I was going to do that this evening, Matthew, but it was going to be a 3-hour flight. And, yeah, we'll do that again. It just didn't line up because Florida was in Montreal playing tonight. So really the flight should have been from Montreal to Fort Lauderdale. Anyways, it was just one whole thing. I want to do more of the like the charter routes. I think that was fun. But I just want to be able to do them properly and not kind of just make up my own. I got the MSI 4070 12 gig OC edition, that paired with the i7 12700K has been crazy good. Definitely the best specs I've had to date. Nice, man. Very, very cool. Have you turned on the frame gen, or are you still just running like regular? Yeah. Speaking from a person who just did a new build with a 4070, frame gen is pure awesome. 100 FPS at cruise, high 60s, even at heavy airports. You will see the difference. Cool. I'm excited, man. You guys already know we're building out the new PC. Probably February or March. February, March area is when I'm aiming. That's my goal, to have everything bought by then. I'm being patient and I'm being realistic about it. I've already explained to you guys, I just can't afford to chuck down $7,500 on a new rig right now. So over the time, I'll be picking up some stuff, and yeah. That actually, did you see the statement that he put out, Les? Is that was actually false? And I didn't doubt it. It felt like a real stretch of, like, I don't know. It just felt really weird that, like, that was even a thing. But yeah, they've come out and they've said that they had nothing to do with, like, any other players or families. Now, who knows? I think that was just a crazy rumor, you know? 300 out of Salt Lake City, UPS does that daily. There you go. Yeah. 747 and MD-11 are plane spotting here this morning. Ooh, very nice. Another cargo airport is Jack's. It's a big cargo hub. There you go. Cool. 40 Super may be out first quarter 2024. Yeah, that would be the one that we'd probably scoop up. If you're not in VR, I think a 30 Ti is perfect. Well, you want to get that frame gen, Cam. That's the big thing, man. The frame generation. If you're building a PC, there's no way that I'm telling somebody to get a 3080 Ti when the 4080 or the 4070 Ti are out. If you already own a 3080 Ti, sure, absolutely. Great graphics card. But if you're going with a new build, you're building something, there's no way I tell somebody to get a 3000 series when the 4000 is out. No way, man. That frame generation, as you can hear everybody in chat, is literally game changer. Especially for, you know, flight sim stuff. It's huge. Captain Dom, 12 months is 1 year. Oh baby, next step is a leaf badge. Sure. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks for your support, Dom. Appreciate you, man. 1 year as a member. Guys, let's get some love in chat for Dom celebrating 1 year. Thanks, man. He did something stupid in an event while sauced up and he had to do something still hilarious that they went down the mom narrative for like 5 days. Yeah. My guess is he either fought a teammate or he fought one of the staff or he fought like a dad or something. I don't know, man. Fought a family member of one of the other people because he was drunk or something. I don't know. Just got an Intel Arc A750 graphics card. Doesn't run X-Plane 12. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wound up with a 4080 and a 13700K on mine. Should be fine for a good few years. Absolutely. Especially if the performance in Microsoft 2024 is going to be better than this sim. You have to remember that as well, Matthew, right? Like, they've already come out and said, like, the optimizations and the way that the other simulator runs is going to be very, very, very... it should run a lot better than this simulator is running, right? So right then and there, you'd have to think that your performance is probably going to skyrocket even more. You know what I mean? Because of frame generation, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'd rather have a 4070 than a 3090. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I was saying. If you have a 3080 Ti right now, yeah, absolutely. It's a great graphics card. But there's no way I wouldn't tell you to get a 4000 series if you were building a new PC or speccing something out. Absolutely. You get a 4000 series. It was good, Dom. Good. Had a beautiful arrival in Toronto. Another little bit of a crosswind. It was good. Huh. Are you going to sell your current rig, and what do you think you can get for it? I might sell it. I might not. I could probably get $1,500 to $2,000 for it. I've also thought about just giving it to a buddy. We'll see, man. We'll see how generous I feel when the time comes. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might give it to a buddy, but I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Raffle it off. I don't know about that, man. It's probably going to, if I'm being honest with you, it's probably going to be sold just to recoup the funds. As I've mentioned, I've parted out the next PC. Right now, if I were to buy all of the parts, we're sitting at $6,300. That's what the new PC is going to cost me. 6,300 Canadian dollars. So I may want to, and more importantly, I may need to recoup some cash coming back on that. That's a huge amount of money to be dropping on a PC. So yeah, keep that in mind. Got the 4080, but I think my next upgrade is the CPU. I have a 10900K. Yeah, that's what I have, Huskers. Definitely the difference between a 10900K and a 14900K, it's crazy, dude. Those new chips that Intel's putting out, they're bananas, man. Bananas. Clock it at 6 gigahertz on like all 24 cores and shit. It's fucking nuts, dude. They're absolutely nuts. The progression over the last, like I've always said, like the difference between like the i9 9900K, the i9 10900K, the i9 11900K, not that much, right? Like it's not, it's you will see some improvement, but it's nothing crazy. But the jump from the i9 10900K to the i9 13900K and 14900K, it's absolutely bananas, dude. It's absolutely bananas. Yeah. Is that 6300 pre-built? No. That's ordering all the parts. I'll either get it, I'll get somebody to come over and build it like I did with this PC, or I'll get Canada Computers or Memory Express or one of the other ones to build it out for me. You pay them $75 or something. They build you the PC. The 7800X3D is the best gaming CPU. Yeah, I have to do some research. I have to do some research for sure before I pull the trigger. Yeah, I'd have to see that against like a 14900K and see exactly. I'm going to have to start thinking about a new PC for 2024. Absolutely you are, Joey. Yeah, you are, man. But I think with your PC, like I've always said, Joey, you could probably sell your PC and then fund the new one. You obviously would want to have a new PC built and then try and sell what you have, right? Yeah. I have an Intel i7. Yeah, well, depends. You need the number. Could be an i7 4790K, which I had 8 years ago, right? So, you ever thought about being an actual pilot at some point? I have not. No. Not interested, man, to be honest with you. I'm quite content with what I get to do here. What did we say we wanted to line ourselves up? We want to go in between, what was it? Guy and Easy. We need to be at 4,000 feet. All right. Let's go down to 5,000. We're going to go descent rate 1,200 feet per minute. Speed's good at 250. I don't think we have any restrictions. No speed restrictions. So that's good. We should be good. I also felt the 13.7 was good for gaming and potential content creation. Absolutely, man. Yeah. $500 says the 7800X3D is better for flight sim than the Intel parts. Could be. Maybe. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to know enough about 2024 and what's going to run best for that. Right now, I think the 7800X3D runs best for Microsoft 2020. But, yeah. Vertical coming in with the $2 donation. My man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. So I think he'd rather be a barber. Maybe. Not even a PPL. Maybe at some point I'd like to get a PPL. You're forgetting I also consume the good old, you know, the THC product. So becoming a pilot when you consume THC is a big no-no. So I'd have to probably stop the stretching and then I could do that. So again, yeah. Do you think 2024 will bring some major updates? Absolutely. It has to. I mean, performance updates, everything in between. But Rex Seasons add-on, it's bloody brilliant. It is. Yeah, it's great. Great. Some people that are not flying with you have taken it out to 22 miles. Well, if we have to log off, we log off. I'm definitely not flying the whole path, though. No thanks. You know what they need? Navigraph needs to add, the next thing that they need to add, what I think would be super beneficial, is if they could add other aircraft. Like if we go to this view, and like we could look, it would be to see like other aircraft. That would be the next thing I think they need to add. That would be really cool. If you could add like live traffic, VATSIM traffic on there or something like that. Be able to see that. That would be a pretty cool feature. Instead of having to like go look at like flight, whatever the hell. I don't know, somebody's making that turn right there. Somebody's doing it. I got faith. Need a new medicine emoji that can pass the YouTube censors. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. We've had that emoji for like 5+ years. All of a sudden it's against their fucking guidelines. Fucking woke stupidness. So I use a Velasoft EFB. I see all the traffic. Interesting. Volanta will show you, but I think it's slightly delayed, plus you don't get the charts. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just want it mixed in with my charts. I know that there's other programs that I can see all that stuff. I don't care about that. I just want to be able to see it like all in one app. That's what I really want. All right, I'm going to send this to Guy. Good. Vertical, my man. Thanks for that 2 bones, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind, man. Thanks, buddy. I hope all is well. Hope life is treating you good. All right, let's turn on our LS. We are now direct to Guy. I'm going to bug up 210 knots on the speed. Ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake is set, so we're looking good there. Seatbelt sign is on. Landing lights are on as well. We're going to have a wicked tailwind on the way back, chat. That flight on the way back is going to be quick. Turn it up here for traffic so we can hear everybody. Mark just landed. We're at 5,000. We can go down to 4,000. I'm going to go flaps 1.
And Faten 106 will hold in position, short of left.
How many hours a week do you sim off stream and do you fly with friends? Sometimes, and it depends. If I'm, like this week, I haven't really done any flying outside of my actual stream schedule just because we're flying the same aircraft. When I bounce between airplanes, like when we fly Boeing for a week and then Airbus for a week, usually I'll do a couple practice flights just so I can get myself comfortable. The biggest thing, obviously, being a content creator is just the different airplanes that you're constantly flying. If you think about it, like content creators, not just myself, I'm saying content creators, it takes quite a bit of skill, man, to bounce between different airplanes. If you think about it, like most of the content creators that you watch, you know what I mean, like that are real world pilots, these guys have like hundreds, thousands of hours flying the same type rating of aircraft, right? So they know the airplane in and out. For a lot of content creators like myself that don't fly real airplanes in real life, you know, the fact that we have to bounce between all these different airplanes, that's what I always found was just like most impressive about all of the other, you know, people that do this for a hobby and stuff. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much you have to bounce back between the airplanes and how different other airplanes are. When they release 2024, they should fix the E175. Well, hopefully it gets fixed before then. Yeah. Was 37F here last night. Actually had to put on a light jacket. Oof. My goodness. 37. That's like what? I'm trying to think what that is in normal people units. That's like less than, that's like 7 degrees. That's cold. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't have to put on a jacket. My goodness. Where are you now? Are you still in Florida? I think you're still in Florida, right? Or did you move? I can't remember, dude. I can't keep up. Everybody's moving. Everybody's somewhere different. Flew GA today and flew the Concorde last night. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. I think you would get bored if I had to fly the same plane every day IRL. I mean, I don't think so. Again, you're flying real world and stuff like that. I don't think you'd get bored, but I mean, it can be, you know, talk about like learning this thing from the inside out, you know what I mean? Normal people units, I'm glad someone picked up on it. I always like to bug people. Okay, you are north of Tampa. All right. Gear down, flaps 2. Speed back to 170. Looking good. Who doesn't get bored during their job, though? I mean, that's a very valid point. What are the... Can we get a wind check, please, here right now? I'm getting absolutely blasted by a crosswind again. What are the winds? Wind check, please. Winds are showing 160.23 right now. Winds are supposed to be 130 at 5. You better smarten up there, Microsoft. Smarten right up. 1,800 feet. Let's go final approach. Lights, lights, lights. Flaps 3.
Traffic, Delta 1227, vacated runway 9 right,
Flaps full.
Crossing 9 left.
Traffic Delta 1129, 3 mile final, 9 right. I think life can change, can get repetitive, but I truly wonder if skydivers ever get bored being at the office.
No floating.
No floats. All right, we're looking good. Hopefully our speed comes back and we actually get normal landing speeds. We'll see how that goes in a second. All right, well, we're coming up on 1,000 feet. Joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the Rabble Friends. Sounds are going up. Actually, hold on. Let me disconnect the autopilot first. Looks like we may get another spicy crosswind landing. I've been getting better at these, chat. Getting better. My airplane. Oh, my goodness. Sounds are up. Enjoy, friends. Phoenix drop a new A321? Not yet. Patiently waiting for it. Definitely coming in on a nice crab now. The wind is starting to get a little bit better. Showing it's actually calming down now to 10 knots. Still quite a quartering crosswind though.
500. 400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
Flight slow.
Yeah, we're too white, too red. Don't worry about it, chat.
Flight slow.
40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh boy. A little bit spicy there. Calm her down.
5.
Set her down. Set her down. Calm down. There we go. A little bit firm. Jesus. Nose down gently. Got a little bit spicy on us there, chat. A little bit of an overflare, I think. 60 knots. Reverser stowed. Vacate to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Atlanta. I think I made that way harder on myself than I needed to be, Jack. These winds were only 5 knots. It was really nothing on the airplane. It was a little bit weird. I feel like we kind of ballooned it just a little bit. I don't think we popped up, but I think we're just a little bit of a balloon. We do need Atlanta so bad, man. I hate landing on these textures, too. The glide slope's all fucked up, too. Like it just, yeah. It's not good. I know. It's crazy that this is handcrafted, but I even wish that somebody would just go in and like fix the handcrafted. You know how we have like handcrafted sceneries that get fixed all the time? I'd even like to see like somebody come in and do like a fix for Atlanta, right? Just like a... And what's crazy is we have payware scenery that's even worse than this. It's crazy, man. It's been a while since I've seen a butter live. Beautiful. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What sucks is the payware is worse. I know, dude. It makes no sense, right? It literally makes no sense.
Traffic.
Alrighty, landing lights are off. Cross the runway. Nose light, strobe lights, wing lights, APU master start switches going on. We're going into... Somebody said somebody was at Bravo 9, but Vertical Sim Atlanta? Yeah, get on that, Vertical Sim. We needed Atlanta, please. We'll stop the clocks. Flight time, 53 minutes on the nose. On the nose. Cool, let's get ourselves into the ramp. Bravo 9. Somebody may be there. I don't know if somebody's still there, but go to Bravo. We'll go to Bravo 9. No. And of course we're going to be Delta. Good. Cool. Only thing about Atlanta that it is so boring to fly in and out, in my opinion. There's nothing special about it, about the scenery. I mean, it's just such a major hub, dude. It's so huge. Runway 10 is unusable in Asobo. Uh-oh. I haven't seen that one. MCO is a prime example. Landed and crashed taxiing across the bridge. Oh, no. Did that actually happen? I'm knocking on wood. That hasn't happened to me yet. He just got out of school at 4, just remembered the stream. Good to see you, Joel. 4, where are you that you got out of school? You're in like Hawaii, aren't you, or something like that? Has to be. That far back. Bravo 9. You're in Texas? Well, Texas isn't that far back in time. I'm 9 p.m. Texas is an hour back. So it'd be 8 p.m. in Texas. 7 p.m. I would get on board with this, Mike. I would be totally on board with getting Vertical Sim 24/7 Red Bull so he could fix and pump out an Atlanta scenery. Yep. Oh, he's saying he got out at 4 today. Okay, got you. I was very confused. I thought he was saying that it was 4 o'clock right now, and I was like, sir, no, it's not. This should be our Bravo gates. Yes. Bravo 9. APU bleed is going on. Taxi lights off. The terrain isn't leveled at some big drops before the bridge at MCO, so it was like hitting a brick wall. Ugh. That's the worst, man. I hate that. Bravo 9, where are you? Ooh, there's a Delta departing right there. Bravo 9 is right here, chat. We made it. We need a DFW. We do need a DFW. Real bad. Real bad. Oh yeah, see, look, this is the one where the marshaller's on the building, chat. Look at this. The marshaller's on top of the building. This is the new way of doing parking here in Atlanta. The marshaller's actually on top of the building. Makes it very clear for you to see. No problem. Look at this. Wait, you want me to go forward? More forward? Alright, there we go. Park brake on. Good. Upstairs, EPU's on. EPU bleed is on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Beacon light is off. Seatbelt sign is off. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine dancing up there. You gonna dance? No dance? No dance. He's just hanging out. Okay, no problem. GSX, upright jet bridge. Good. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Atlanta. Beautiful flight. A little bit of a weird landing. The aircraft, I'm pretty sure it was me. I don't think it was the aircraft. I was oversensitive with the aircraft. Felt like we were coming in for a big old smashy smash. So, cool. We'll go to GSX. We'll request deboarding. I love this Delta livery on the A320, though. The Delta Dirty livery. I wish every livery artist made this again. Kind of like the, you know, look at the textures here at this airport. You don't see a single tire mark. There's nothing. It looks like this airport was paved yesterday morning and we're the first airplane to fly on it. That's like, again, part of my problem with these handcrafted sceneries. They're just not done very well at all. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, my friends. All right, let's go ahead and start prepping for our second leg, shall we? We are doing the return flight. I'll grab us new call sign. I'm trying to get the ones probably, okay, they also do, interesting, okay, we can be 1129 because they do it both, there and back. Easy enough. New flight. Delta 1129, we keep the exact same call sign, nice and easy. Atlanta back to Charlotte, KCHS, and we're in an A320. Phoenix, and it says we're landing runway 33. What's the weather here? Weather, real world ATIS. ATIS information alpha, 050 at 4, 10 mile visibility. Simultaneous approaches in use, visual approach runway 3, runway 33, visual approach runway 3. Now when we were flying out, he was having people depart on 15 and 21. So the winds are 050 at 4. 050 at 4. It definitely would make more sense to be landing on runway 15. So we're going to plan for the arrival into 15. I feel like that's probably more common. I don't know if he's running real world ops, but yeah. Fun fact about the plane train in Atlanta, when you go to the Delta gates and change the phonetic to David instead of Delta, so I guess to avoid confusion. Huh, interesting. Yeah. Yes, Charleston, sorry, not Charlotte. Yeah. Developers don't put enough wear at airports, in my opinion. Runways look new. Yes. Hey, if you're here, vertical, we want dirty airports. Dirty airports. Okay, I have to say the eye tracking is kind of cool and crazy at the same time. It is, Dan. It's absolutely wild. I knew you would love it. I knew you'd love it. You're going to have a big old nerd fest on that bad boy. Yep, I knew you'd like it. All right, cool. We're good. We've got our flight plan. We're going with 159 passengers for the return flight jet. Let me file that off on flight plan, get all that done. Let me come here, flights, unload, import, sim brief here. And actually, you know what we can do? If we check Charleston, if we go to weather, we can actually see VATSIM, information Juliet, visual approach runway 33 in use, departing 33 and 3. Oh, no, so he did switch it over. Okay, so we will plan for that then. Cool, let's jump back inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed and ready for our return flight. Just so we're not sitting here forever, I'm just going to restart the Kutal script. Let's come down here. We'll go to import next flight. I will pre-file it. There we go. That is set. Pre-file. Good. Cool. Okay, go to our mass and balance tab. 159 passengers. We're going to load aircraft. We're going to go instant. Good. Let's go to GSX and SimBrief. Good. And we'll go request boarding. We are Delta. Beautiful. Cool. That all looks good to me. All those numbers, happy with that. Let's go ahead and grab some information and plug it down here. We'll go to our NIT We'll do our NIT request. Same call sign, Delta 1129. So we'll bug that up into here. Good. Shows us going Atlanta back to Charleston. Beautiful. And Charlotte as our alternative. We're going to go to the next page. We're going to plug in this information here. So 0 fuel weight 59.231.8. 59.2/31.8. Good. Block fuel for the return flight. We're going to call that 5.5. And again, that tailwind, going to have like 100 knot tailwind. So see our ground speed. That's all good. Happy with that. We'll go to flight plans. Atlanta departure. We're going to plan 9 left on the departure. We're going to be on the Gary 2 departure. Good. With the India Romeo Quebec transition. Correct. And we'll insert that. Beautiful. Let's go to Charleston arrivals. We're going to plan for the ILS 33. We're going to be on the Osprey 7 arrival with the India Romeo Quebec transition and our approach via. I don't think we want to take it via Charlotte. Let me see the Osprey 7 arrival. What does it do here? Okay, so from Jard, expect radar vector. So we're definitely not going to use that. We're going to go no via on the approach, and we'll insert that. And then if we scroll all the way down and we look, we should see Jard, and then it should be, which we do, Jard, and then it should be a radar vector. And then if we open up our approach and go to the ILS 33, is there a cool RNAV into here? Ooh, there is, chat. RNAV Zulu. Do we want to do an RNAV Zulu from Jard? Yeah, we do. Okay, RNAV Zulu from Jard is what we're going to pin. We'll hopefully be able to do that one. Let's plan for that. RNAV Zulu to Jard. So hold on, let me redo that. RNAV Zulu 33. Thank you. All of that is good. And then our approach via from Jard. And then we're going to insert that. And then that should take us from Jard, Holy, Sita, Del. Let's see how that looks. Jard, Holy, Sita, Del, and then in for the arrival. I like it. I like it a lot. It's 1,000 feet to a Del. That's quite a turn in. It'll be real nice at 1,000 feet. Basically, you want to be fully configured, probably from Sita forward, fully configured, and then in for the approach. We'll take over manually. Very nice, chat. This should be a good approach. Cool. Are you guys boarding? Okay, they are boarding. Good. Let's go to our cost index. We're going to go initially 5. We're going with a cruise level of 290, 29,000 feet. Because of that tailwind, we cannot get up to the 3s. It just wouldn't make any sense for that. Good. We'll go to our performance data. Let's come back over here. We'll grab our departure performance, plug in some numbers. Did you get your departure and arrival information from SimBrief? Yeah, because SimBrief will pull it from the real world, Joe. So SimBrief will do, like, when you put a flight plan in SimBrief, it's going to check it against the real world, and it's going to give you whatever the last airplane did in real life. Now, that may be yesterday, so you may have to be careful, you know, so, yeah. Need to try a multi-leg session sometimes. Seems fun. It is fun, man. Yeah, just make sure the aircraft that you're doing it in is capable of doing a multi-leg. The PMDG, the Phoenix, all of those airplanes are. Some of them can be a little bit weird, so just keep an eye on that, but yeah. Cool. 139, 140, 142. 139, 140, 142. Good. Flaps are going to be 1/ down 0.4 and 66. Down 0.4 and 66 on the flex temp. And there we have it. Beautiful. Looking good. I think that's our flex temp. 66. Yeah, that's our flex temp. Good. Cool. Check outside here. Baggage loaders are doing their thing. There we go. We're fully reboarding. Give me a second, chat. I will update our live information over here. Microsoft Ground texturing looks pixelated even on high settings. I hope they fix that in 2024. I would agree. Well, this type of texturing looks a little bit pixelated, yeah. What is the GSX add-on? Ground Service Extreme, I think it's called. Fantastic program if you're looking for a little bit more realism to your flights and your turnarounds. You actually have to unboard and reboard the aircraft and stuff. So, you know, if we didn't have GSX, we'd be already in the turnaround, and that's a little bit, you know, it's good to give a little bit of a break in between, and instead of the super quick, unrealistic, you know. Rick, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope we're doing well. All right, banner should be updated, which it is. Beautiful. Petar, thank you for your subscription, my friend. Appreciate you. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, hopefully we can get the... We'll have to request the RNAV approach, but I don't think the controller will have any issues with it. That's a cool approach, though. That's going to be really sweet. We're going to fly right past the Boeing plants, like right down here. So we're going to fly right past that. So we will be recording this arrival as well. So we should get some really cool visual approaches or visuals on that one. Could imagine vertical. This is why it's a long time. Customer attention details unmatched. It is. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. What do you recommend for add-ons to make it as realistic as possible? GSX for sure. Get yourself a good third-party airplane like the Phoenix, like the PMDG, the BAE 146 from Just Flight, any one of those ones. Just get yourself a really good quality add-on. Things like FS Realistic as well that will help. Cap, why don't you have a virtual airline? I used to fly for a crazy amount of virtual airlines, Rick. I used to be part of Virtual Southwest, Virtual Delta, Virtual Air Canada. At the end of the day, it just became difficult as a full-time content creator to constantly be doing flights for just those 3 airlines and you have to fly. If you're part of a virtual airline, you have to fly a certain amount of, right? Like some do it like you have to fly once a week, some do it once a month, some do it once every 6 months. It just became, when I was single PC streaming, it also became a little bit of a pain in the ass because I always used to have, you have to have like programs running in the background, so you have like ACARs and stuff. And when I was in a virtual airline, now those things probably don't take nearly as many resources as what they used to take. But back in the day when I was in virtual airlines and I wasn't flying, I remember the resources that it used to take, and it just wasn't worth it on my PC at the time. Yeah. Why not start my own? Honestly, man, I don't have anything against anybody that wants to start their own virtual airline. For me, I personally enjoy flying other airlines, real world airlines. I'm not really interested in making a Captain Canada airline or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to fly a bunch, you know? So yeah. The ACAR systems now are not resource intensive. That's what I figured. Yeah, it's probably a lot easier than it was me trying to do it 7-8 years ago, you know? Do you have a favorite though? Probably my Virtual Air Canada. That was probably that was the first virtual airline that I ever joined, and they actually made you, like, you had to get like, I think it was like 25 hours flying like small single prop. So you had to like fly like, this was again back when Air Canada was operating like Beechcraft. They had like the little Beechcraft. I don't know if you know Air Canada, you'll know that they used to operate the little Beechcraft, like Georgian Air and stuff like that. They had like little subsidiaries. So you actually had to do that type of stuff, and then you had to move up, and then you had to move to like the Dash 8. You had to do like 25 hours in the Dash 8, then you had to do 25 hours in like an A319 or an A321 or an A320 or something like that, and then you slowly could move your way up. And you could fly whatever aircraft you wanted to afterwards, but it was that initial, like, you had to get 25 hours in the certain, and I enjoyed that. I felt like it was a good challenge. It actually required me to like do flights that I usually wouldn't do and stuff. And how do you get on the Kickstarter for the mini cockpit? I think you just go to Kickstarter and search for the mini FCU, I think is what it's called. Mini, and then capital F, capital C, capital U, all one word. Mini FCU. JetBlue Ops for the Caribbean with Phoenix V2 update? Oof, absolutely. Although I'm having some issues with my Caribbean right now, Shane. I don't know what's going on. It's a known bug, and there seems to be no fix for it. It's that payware, the payware scenery, and there's just this like massive block cube at the end of one of the runways that you end up hitting. It's a super weird bug. The developer says it's caused by having like a certain scenery installed or other sceneries installed. It's like, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know how to explain it. But that's one of the reasons you don't see me flying to the Caribbean all that much. Although we will be flying, I'd love to do some JetBlue. I think it's MYGG, something like that. MYFF, I forget one of those. One of the main ones down there. But I do want to do some more, we'll definitely do some Bermuda ops. JetBlue Bermuda. JFK to Bermuda. Love that one. The Caribbean is supposed to be enhanced in 2024. There you go. That'd be cool for sure. Yeah. Alright, we're getting the last couple passengers on board. Actually, we still have about 50 passengers to board. 50 passengers left to go. Remember, guys, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the stream. Hopefully we can reach 200 likes on this After Dark. This isn't an After Dark, on our evening Thursday streams. When is the V2 supposed to be out? I don't think they've released a date. No. I'm one ready to fix these sim crasher desktop bugs. Yeah, I'm knocking on wood too, Dan. I luckily don't have that. I don't know why you would be having that. That's what puzzles me. I have thousands of airports, third-party add-ons, and all kinds of shit in my community folder, and the fact that I'm not having any issues or things like that, and you are, I don't know. Was it not end of December? No, they haven't said anything since it's been delayed. It was supposed to be October when it was supposed to be released, and we're now through November. Yeah. MDPC. It's a good one too, actually. Yeah, I very rarely get crasher desktops. I'm very thankful for that as well. End of September, that's when it was, yeah. End of September when it was supposed to come out. We're now at the end of November. And I don't think they've come forward. I think they got a little bit upset that everybody was, you know, people were upset. People were really waiting for these updates. And I think at the end of the day, people were most upset because, like, they didn't, like, this was Phoenix coming out and saying, okay, guys, this is when this is coming. So one would have expected that, like, okay, everything was pretty much done and that these were dates, you know, buffer dates where in case they ran into anything, they had enough time to fix it, but obviously not. Is flying for a virtual airline worth it? Seems a little restrictive. That's up to you. I mean, there are certain, again, Sanjay, it depends which virtual airline you want to fly for. Some are completely open. You can do whatever you want to do. You can fly, you know, some of the virtual Southwest that I was a part of, you could fly anything that was like under the, like, what do you call there's certain groups. There's like the, I forget the name. There's like certain groups, and like you have like the Star Alliance, and then you have the other ones, the One World. You have One World, Star Alliance. There's a bunch of others. You could fly any airline under the One World or any airline under Star Alliance, which, you know, Delta, United, Southwest, they're all like under those ones, right? So, gotta figure out why I never have marshalers for GSX. Sure, I'm missing somewhere. Sky Team, Star Alliance, yeah, exactly. So if that's what I would do if you're looking to join a virtual airline, I would do one that would allow you to fly multiple different airlines, and you can still calculate all your hours. Some virtual airlines go crazy, man. Like, they'll even show like how much virtual dollars you would earn, like in real life, like how much money, you know, you get paid according per flight and like flight time and stuff like that. And it'll show you, you know, based on like how much you're flying, how much you would have made in real life if you were like a captain for an A320 or whatever, you know. In other shocking news, looks like the Flight Factor 777 will not be releasing this year, but we know Flight Factor, they say this year and then go quiet. Yeah, who knows, man. I haven't been paying a ton of attention, to be honest with you. Like I said, they have to get it out before the PMDG 777 if they even want a chance at cornering a little bit of the market. If that thing's, I just think too many people are going to end up buying the PMDG 777 for Microsoft. They're not going to want to spend. And I got to be honest with you, Melinda, you know what really scares me is Flight Factor's pricing. That's what really scares me. If they're charging $99 for the 757 and 767, I have a funny feeling that they're going to try and push like $130 to $150 for the 777, and they're going to claim that, oh, it's been 5 years of development. I'm just scared that that's what's going to happen. I can $129.99. I can literally see it in my brain right now. $129.99 is what that aircraft is going to cost, and that's going to really put people into a hard place, because it's, what do? You know, do you wait for PMDG or vice versa? Like, who comes first? What do they do? I don't know, man. It's going to be a toughie. That's going to be a toughie. Cool. There's the boarding ding. We are good to go. GSX, prepare for pushback and departure. Dear old dad, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome back. Hope all is well. Red beacon light comes on. Seatbelt signs comes on. Good. We'll get ready to push ourselves back here momentarily. We are ready to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Wondering if I should do some Rouge ops from Toronto to Winnipeg. That'd be a good one. Yeah, part of me, so I was talking earlier, I was looking at routes for my flights down to Vegas for Flight Sim Expo 2024, and it looks like if I fly Air Canada, it's going to be Air Canada to Toronto and then Air Canada Rouge from Toronto to Vegas.
Departure checks completed.
So part of me really just wants to fly Porter, I think, at this point. I think I'm going to fly Porter down to Vegas, chat. Porter would be kind of fun, too, on those E2s. No middle seat either, which means that they're a little bit wider. The seats can be a little bit wider. 159 plus 1 for passengers on board today, chat. Rouge mainly operates from Toronto to Vegas. Is that like their main routing? I thought they also did like a lot of like Caribbean and stuff like that, like down to like Punta Cana and all those other places. I could be wrong, but top altitude of the Gary 2 departure is 10,000 feet. So I'll be a good pilot. Let me bug up 10,000. Jesus. Wheel acceleration. 10,000 feet is plugged in. Good. That's my issue. I want to hold out for FS Labs. Oh, man. Well, I have a funny feeling we're going to be waiting quite a while for FS Labs, but... continue push back. We're going straight back. Cool. Come down here. Ground services. I hate how this... it's one thing I wish. The Phoenix automatically puts out, like, when you show up at the gate, it automatically puts out the GPU, even when you're on APU. It's one thing I hope they change with the Block 2.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Alrighty. Engine mode selector to the start position. Wait for our start systems to come online. Packs will turn off. We can spool up engine number 2. They do the Caribbean and the States, but I see more Rouge in the mainland, Air Canada to Vegas. Interesting. Yeah. Another reason why I'll probably fly Porter. Like I said, too, when I was checking the prices, Porter was right up there with what Air Canada was going to charge. And WestJet. I think the cheapest option is WestJet, but not by all that much. Booked a flight to Easter Island. Looking forward to it. Very cool, man. Yeah, that should be a blast. Enjoy yourself. Packs off right through to... Well, they turn themselves off, right, JRH? The Airbus system, when you put your engine start selector to the start position, you got to give it like 5 seconds and you'll hear the actual packs turn off because it directs all the bleed pressure for engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
And a flight to Cancun on Monday is a Rouge 319 on the way back. It's an Air Canada 777. Jeez. Be interesting. Take some pictures, man. Put those up on the Discord. That'd be cool. The barking dog. I'm not from Canada, so does WestJet. How does WestJet compare to Air Canada? I mean, WestJet's a good airline. I guess it just depends on what you're expecting. I feel like they're all kind of the same now. Like, especially after COVID, they're all kind of the same. Like we were talking about earlier in our stream, is like the real winner right now seems to be Porter and what Porter's offering. Porter's offering food, free drinks, you know, all kinds of benefits, snack, free meals, free alcoholic beverages for any of their flights, and it comes with all of their tickets. So... I don't know, man. I feel like Porter's the one to beat right now. And Porter with their E2s, especially now, they have the 195 E2. I mean, that shit can fly across Canada and across the U.S. no problem. So, yeah. I feel like WestJet and Air Canada are basically the same. The only difference is Air Canada is obviously double or triple the size of WestJet. They've got a much more vast operating route and where you can fly. yeah, other than that, they're both part of the Star Alliance, so they both kind of, you know, that whole thing works together. Do you know that Porter just added 25 more E2s to their fleet? Yeah, man. I mean, because it's been a winning combo so far, man. And I mean, if you can price yourself right in there with Air Canada, if you have the option, what are you going to take? You're probably going to take Porter, right? You know? So, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. That's what I thought. Just when you said it, I was thinking of missing something, Doris, man. Yeah. Really jonesing for the Phoenix V2? Oh, man. Me too, dude. Me too. Don't you worry. All right, flaps 1. Takeoff trim was down 0.4. Down 0.4 set. Good. Let's go engine mode selector back to the normal position. Ground spoilers armed. We'll toggle our predictive wind shear system. Auto brake over to max RTO. 10,000 feet is set. 3018. Left side, right side. Good. APU bleed goes off. APU goes off. Good. Park brake goes off. We're going out to the left. For runway 9 left. Where are the Toby setting tweaks in Microsoft Flight Sim? Daniel, you better go watch my video right now or I'm going to be very upset with you. I specifically go over all of my settings and how I have them set. Very rude. Are you talking about how to turn it on or off? F9 is to pause it, F12 is to reset it. For the settings, it's in your menu. Hit escape, go to control options, and go all the way over to the right. You'll see Toby. And then you just go to sensitivities. And then you can set it all here. You're a bad Daniel. I actually wanted to try something. I want to bump this up to 0.75. Let's do our takeoff config. Checked and good. I think it has issues when I look down because I'm wearing a hat. You can see it gets a little bit tweaky. Much better on the overhead, though. That's good. Cap, after flying V2 for a while, what do you prefer more? Personally, I still love the old way, but I prefer this way. I feel like I have more control over the airplane. The last model was weird. It felt weird. Now, I'm not a real pilot, so I don't know if like that's actually a thing, but yeah. This one felt a little bit weird at first, but I enjoyed this one too. Enjoyed this one a little bit more. All right, we're going to take Mike 2 for the departure. Super weird question, but can you look close to the McDo real quick? Like this? Or like look down like that. Oh my, it's doing that thing again. Fudge chat. I look away and the thing just goes all the way to the right. Does it have the ability to scale up the movement so you don't have to turn as far? Yes, absolutely, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, like that at 0.75, that's actually really good now. A lot less movement. That's nice. So are you using Toby? Yeah, I wanted to see how close you can look. Mine's not really that close, just curious. Yeah, I don't know. Probably about as close as I can get, I guess. That all depends on how you have the movement, right? You can make it so like you can go like way forward and way back, right? I guess it just depends on how much you can go forward.
Takes off on the other side.
Thank you for using our airport. Is that actually there in real life? Why am I only ever noticing that right now? I've never seen that.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 2106 is on the road, 9 or left, Garrett to departure.
Alright, we got him lining up. Now, I think somebody said they were on final. Yeah, okay. He is on final. We should have enough time. No traffic, Delta 1129 lining up runway 9 left, Atlanta. The sign is there in real life? Damn, that's cool.
On final, 09 left, 10 miles, Atlanta. Atlanta traffic, Mach 278 has cleared, runway 8 left at Atlanta. Atlanta traffic, 2106 cleared, 9 left.
Alright, let's restart our chrono. We'll sit here, we'll give him a minute. I know that we have traffic behind us, but we've got lots of room. Should be no factor. Just want to give Mark at least out to the 5-mile range. We shouldn't have any issues coming in. He's a big boy. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1129 departing 9 left, Atlanta. Throttles up to 40%. Sounds are up. Enjoy the departure, guys. Catch you on the other side. Chrono's on. Let's get it. Manflex 66 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Slight nose down pressure on the stick. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. 100 knots, we're neutral. Turn off. Nose light, wing light. Disarm the ground spoilers. I'll bring that nose down, we'll gain some speed. Don't you have a honeycomb Bravo throttle? Why you still use the Airbus one? What? Bro, this is hands down the best way to fly the Airbus. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is hands down the best way to fly the Airbus. This literally has everything. Start switches, park brake, trim, gear, auto brake, spoilers, flaps, actual detents with reversers. That statement makes no sense, man. I'm sorry. Now, if you're talking about flying a Boeing with it, sure, absolutely. The honeycomb Bravo is fantastic for flying Boeing, and that's what I use it for. But not flying Airbus, man. Nothing beats these. Not to fly your Airbus, that's for sure. Ready for Flaps clean.
Atlantic traffic, Fox 2780, crossing runway 8 right on Bravo 6.
Alright, pitch for climb. I mean, even if you had the Airbus attachment, Jordan, which I was assuming that you were speaking about, I still think that this is by far the better option. Not only is this one, well, I guess it would be around the same price when you added everything on together, but again, dude, the fact that you've got the start switches, like you can actually shut down and turn on your engines from right here, you've got the park brake, you've got your rudder trim, you've got the landing gear, you've got flaps, you've got, you know, the actual handles with reversers and detents, built-in detents. Nah, dude, this is, if you're flying Airbus, this is definitely the way to go. 100%. Right, autopilot 1 is on. The detents are a big plus. They are, absolutely, yeah. The Boeing TCA clamps work really well with the Airbus stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree, but I still think this is the best option, especially when flying an Airbus. Not having detents with the honeycomb is infuriating for the Airbus. Yeah, I mean, you can buy them, Joey. You can buy them, but they're like, you know, a good $75 or something, you know? So, all right, cruise altitude 29,000 feet. Autopilot's on. I'll bring you back up into the flight deck. Good. And there's 10,000 feet, so landing lights can come off. Beautiful. Reverse the TCA has a range axis for the reverse range. It's only a button on the honeycomb. That's true as well. Yep. I do fly the CRJ a lot. Attachments can be a lot to go. Yeah, they are pretty expensive for it. I do agree. Yeah. That's why, like, you know, I always say if you can have a dedicated setup for Airbus and a dedicated setup for your Boeing, I know that's a lot to ask, but I know it's expensive. But if you can have a dedicated setup for both, I mean, you can literally have the best of both worlds. Yeah. Hello from Chicago. What's your favorite airline to fly? I don't know if I have a favorite airline. Whoever offers me the best price, Conrad. That's going to be my favorite airline. Just have lunch with my mom tomorrow. Still good for noon tomorrow. Is Benny overlay hard to set up? Benny overlay? Oh, man. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I used Benny overlay. I think years and years ago, Mike. Honestly, man, I would suggest using, if you use Volanta has a really good one that's like super easy to set up and it'll put everything. Volanta would be my #1 choice, especially if you're on a single PC stream and setup, which I believe you are, Mike. Volanta would definitely be the best, followed by probably Sim Toolkit Pro, which is what I'm using. Probably then followed by, I forget the other one I used to use. There was one that I used in between Benny overlay and the other one. Yeah, I would say Volanta is the best one, dude. You know, Volanta, I believe if you pay for Volanta Premium, Mike, you could make your own overlay. So you can like hire a third party, but I think you have to have Volanta Premium. I would look into that before getting Volanta Premium, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah. Yeah, when GTA 6 comes out, you plan on night streaming it? Absolutely, we're gonna be streaming GTA for sure. Yeah. Streaming the hell out of GTA, dude. Yeah, you have Volanta Premium, and I use their included stream overlay. So can you check in Volanta, are you able to make your own, like set your own overlay and use like their information, flight information? I thought you could with Volanta Premium. I might be wrong. Cap will give us some A320 737 action in GTA. Hey Cappuccino, how do I do VOR approaches? That's one. I know that you have to tune a frequency. You tune a frequency. I think VOR approaches are very similar to like visual approaches. I'm not all that sure. There's definitely people in chat that are far more experienced and can answer that question far better than I can. I'm surprised Flyby has been quiet now about the 380. I thought it was close to beta or release, but now who knows when it'll come out. I have no clue, man. I have to look into that, but I don't think it's an option with Volante. I could be wrong, though. Okay. Can't wait for the GTA 6 trailer in December. Yeah, they didn't say when in December, right? They just said coming early December. They're probably just going to, like, throw it out there. It's just going to get launched. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaos. Throw the internet into chaos. 18,000 feet, standard barrel pressure. We'll release the seatbelts as well. Passengers can walk about. And we are climbing up to 29,000 feet. And we've already got a 37 knot tailwind, so we'll see what that's like in another 10,000 feet. A VOR is similar to an ILS, but it doesn't have vertical guidance, and it's not meant to get you as low to the ground without visual contact with the terrain. What that guy said. Surprised GTA 6 is going to be released before the A330. I don't think so. We're just getting the release. We're just getting the trailer, Vine. I feel that we're probably, as we spoke about in chat the other day, it's probably a good couple years away. Not a good couple years, but at least a year away from release. Hey Cap, which classic airliners would you like to see next in Microsoft? Classic? I'd love for somebody to do a 727. I think that would be badass to have, because 727s are still flying around. Although they are old, there are a few still flying around. Doesn't Amerijet still fly 727s and shit? So a 727 would be badass. I'd love to see a 717 as well. That would be really cool. We've got an MD-11 coming. That's cool. That's about as old school as I'll probably go, to be honest with you. I'm not like much more old school than that. Yeah, I'd love to see those ones. A VOR does not have to have runway alignment. Got the 737-200? Meh. It's a cool airplane, but meh. I'd rather somebody focus on something else. We have enough 737s. You know what I mean? My stepdad used to fly on the 727 for Capital Cargo International. Damn, that's badass. A DC-10 would be cool. Yeah, that could be cool for sure. I don't know a lot about the DC-10. It's basically the MD-11, right? Just different. Done by Douglas. Mark, coming in with a €6. Appreciate you, Mark. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thanks so much, dude. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you, my friend. We'll let Amy read that one out. We need the Dash 8 badly. Yeah, thankfully the Dash 8's going to be operating in Canada for years and years and years to come, Captain Dom. So we don't have to worry about it being extinct by the time it does come out. But man, the majestic Dash 8 in Microsoft, oh boy.
Yeah. Just came from the club enjoying the stream and some munchies too.
Oh baby. A wonderful Thursday evening from Mark. Thanks for support, my dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Analog cockpit and engineer panel on a DC-10. Oh, okay, that might be out of my pay grade. A 707 would be cool. That's a little bit old. So, Copper, you joining me on my next San Francisco to Tokyo soon? Nope. No, thank you. Madman. I don't think Majestic is upgrading the model in any way for Microsoft, which sucks, but hey, it's still sick. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully it flies well and it flies fun, Brady. That's really the... Again, I don't need it to fly one-to-one like it does in the real world. I don't really care about that. As long as it's fun to fly and it's an enjoyable aircraft, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I don't know what they plan on doing, though. I really don't know. Look at that tailwind already picking up 63 knots now. Up at flight level 250 almost. Jovial, thank you very much for your subscription. Appreciate it, man. Would like to see a 737-300 or a 500. We've got the 600. 600's cool. You could do some Janet ops. Other than that, I mean, shit, dude. There's not very many airlines around the world that still fly like the 300 or the 200 or the 400. Normally what I'd be doing by now is just binge watching some Just Planes vids like crazy. Just Planes awesome, yeah. What do you think about the Learjet? Meh. Again, cool, but like I don't know, man. I'd much rather fly my 7.3s, A320s, you know. I'm actually looking forward to next week. We're going to be flying the PMDG and we're going to take a look at the SimBrief integration now. So you can one-tap import your flight plans, one-tap import your weight and balances and all that fun stuff. So that's really cool. I'm excited to see that. Do you remember flying the WestJet 737-600? You had to land the thing 6 times just to get the elusive butter. 6 times? I'm pretty sure we did it like 16 times, Sanjay. But yes, I do remember that. Yeah. I don't know if it's just me, but I am so desperate for a long-haul aircraft from Microsoft that from time to time we switch back to X-Plane 11. I think that's normal right now, Mark, to be honest with you, dude. I mean, I've done it myself a couple times over the last couple of months, right? We flew the 757 and the Q400, and yeah, it happens, man. I was spotting for a little bit at Pearson a couple days ago and saw a Delta 717 departure from Toronto to Atlanta. Rare that I see that in Toronto. Yeah, I thought Delta retired all their 717s, or no, that may be their MD-80s actually. I think you're right. Delta is still flying their 717. It's crazy that there's still an opportunity for us to fly on one. It almost makes me feel like I want to just go to like Atlanta for the day and back. You know what I mean? Hey, Captain, you bummed about 80Build's A320neo not coming out in Sim Update 14? Not really, Jack, to be honest with you, man. I mean, yeah, it would have been cool, but really at the end of the day, it's just another Airbus A320 for us to fly. It's okay. If I want to fly the Neo, I've got the fly-by-wire. If I want to really fly an A320, I've got my Phoenix as well here. It's okay. I'll survive. I would have been probably a little bit more bummed out if it was something other than an A320neo. Like I was saying on my earlier stream today, I hope that this just doesn't cause the A300 to get delayed. That's what I'm most nervous about. We really need a new airline, something different, man. The A300 would be a nice change of pace, would offer us a lot of cargo routes and some cool stuff that we could do. So I just hope that that's not getting delayed, because that was supposed to come out before the end of the year, but God knows how that's going to work now. Cool. Let's bump up our cost index to 35 now that we're at climb. You can see we've got 50 miles to run until our top of descent. Let's grab the METAR here for Charleston. And what we can do is actually we'll compare them. We'll go to Charleston and we'll go to weather. And we do have a VATSID. We have ATIS information kilo. Winds are should be 040 at 4 knots. 10 mile visibility. Scattered at 5. Broken at 20. 3002 visual approach to runway 33 and use departing runway 33 and 3. So there we go. So everything's still the same. We've got the RNAV plugged in for 33, so we can ask for that one. So yeah. We need a heavy badly. We do. We do. We need one. Do you think X-Plane will be able to make a comeback for FS24? With all the new physics engines FS24, do you think it will make a huge difference? I mean, I hope so, Masick. I don't know, man. And I've always said this, right? I think X-Plane will always... X-Plane's been around long enough to always have that, like, a little bit of a niche market. I think there's always going to be people... Chat, look at that ground speed. 544. And we're only doing Mach 0.76. We'd be closer to, like, 560, 570, you know? I don't know, man. I always think X-Plane's going to be around. I don't know at what degree X-Plane will be around. but I think X-Plane will always be around. It's been around far too long for it to just disappear now, if that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, X-Plane 12 just came out. So X-Plane is slated for at least another 4 years of development. 3.5 if you want to get specific. 3.5 years of development. That's what I would be a little bit more scared about if I was like the X-Plane world, is just think about like what Microsoft 2024 is going to be like in 3.5, 4 years from now, right? It's going to be crazy, you know? Let's go with our Barrow minimum. We are on the RNAV, so maybe a little bit different. 419. What does the ILS allow us to do? 245. So 419 on the minimums. We'll plug that into our Barrow as well. 419. We'll throw that in there. Good. Cool. Horizon is doing a 787-10, and now, but I really don't care. I was a little more excited for the 747 mod. Like I said, man, I'm a little bit. I just really want a third party like long hauler to come out. I know that these mods and these default aircraft mods like the Horizon and the Kuro, I know that they enhance the 787, but at the end of the day it's still a very basic default aircraft. I'm just really excited to see like a proper third party long haul aircraft. That's kind of just what it does. It just makes me really want like that, you know? That's really it. I remember when my first X-Plane, when the first X-Plane came out, used to play it on a Gateway computer. Yeah, I remember the original X-Plane. My grandfather used to fly the original X-Plane. What happened to Quality Wings? Crickets. We don't really know, man. We don't really know. There's been like no official statement from Quality Wings. There's been nothing. It's been basically 3 years of nobody knows. I'm assuming they're not developing any longer. Yeah. I don't understand why the devs even attempt to make third-party plane that is already out. I think it just depends. A lot of the time it's probably because they've been working on it for a while, right, Bomb Tech? I don't think there's too many developers that are just like, oh, I'm gonna make another A320 now, right? There's gonna be nothing. But yeah. What happened to Level D? Who is Level D? I don't think I ever owned any of their products. Quality Wing 787, PMDG 787. I mean, one can hope, man. I mean, even if we do get a PMDG 787, Kevin, I mean, that's going to be years away. Maybe not, because I guess what you could do is, I guess the 777 and the 747 and the 787 would probably share all the same systems, right? That would be, would we agree with that, chat? Is that an assumption I'd be willing to make? Well, maybe not share the same systems, but like once they have the systems built for the 777, I feel like building a 747 and a 787 wouldn't be all that difficult, right? That's more so what I was saying. At least similar, where they could make small tweaks and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like them going back and making the 737 MAX. You know, like, I don't think that's going to take them a full year to do that, right? I think that's maybe going to be a month or two of modeling, changing, you know, the engines and doing that type of stuff. And obviously there's some performance differences and stuff as well, but yeah. Level D made a 767 for FSX. I don't know much about them. 2 miles till descent. Let's descend. Offspray, 4,000 feet at Jard, 210 knots. So bug up 4,000 feet. There's the decel. And there we go. Descending into Charleston. Hey Cap, what are your GSX settings? GSX settings. There you go. I don't know if you want to take a picture of that. Main important things, username, SimBrief username, so you get SimBrief integration, and ignore time. If you don't have the ignore time, it'll yell at you every time you do something like that. I like it in here. You can also change your straight back distances. 100 meters is usually pretty good for a pushback. Sometimes you just want it to be like 50 meters, so you can set all that there. And then your timings, that's the other one. That's pretty much it. I don't think it'll take as long for the 737 took because they wouldn't have the big learning curve. Yeah, well, it's a learning curve, and like I said, they're already going to have a lot of the systems built for this 777, right? So like I was saying, most, the systems in the 777, the systems in the 787, the systems in the 747 are all somewhat similar and probably a lot easier to replicate once they already have the 777 built, right? Thoughts on P3D? Never heard your opinion on that, Sim. To me, I think it's crazy. I don't necessarily have anything against the simulator. I know that there's some great third-party add-on content for it. My biggest thing is the way that Lockheed kind of sells their product. I completely disagree with the way that they, charging their customers full price every time they have an update, a simulator update. If you've been part of P3D from the beginning, you've rebought the simulator 5 times. I feel like they alienate their consumers and their customer base because they know, hey man, these guys got $5,000-$6,000 worth of add-ons. They'll keep buying this, no problem. They'll keep buying the simulator. They just put out minimal fixes, minimal tweaks, and just keep charging their customer base over and over and over again. I don't know if I'd be able to live with that, man. That would frustrate me to no beyond belief. A company like Lockheed Martin, and they want to nickel and dime flight sim enthusiasts and shit. Fuck that. I'm not about that, man. Sorry, pardon my French. I've never just been a fan of that. And that's really the only thing. I don't, I don't necessarily think it's, my big thing with P3D is you're getting the exact same simulator, right? That's the problem, Tom. You're not getting, you cannot compare Microsoft 2020 to Microsoft 2024. The differences between the two simulators, it's almost a whole new simulator, right? You can't sit there and compare P3D version 1 and P3D version 2 or 3 to Microsoft 2020 or Microsoft 2024. It's not even close, man. It's not. There's no way you can make that comparison. Lockheed Martin, you're literally getting P3D with like bug fixes and add-ons that should be done automatically anyways in your software. You should always be proactively bug fixing and adding new features for your user base. Why are you charging? You know what I mean? And the problem is most of the time you have to do those updates because all of your add-ons get updated, and it causes all that. So it's, I don't think you can compare it, It's all hacked FSX at the end of the day, which is crazy, I'm looking 3022. We'll call up approach now. Charleston approach, good evening again. Delta 1129, ATIS information. I think it was Kilo. Let me check here. We're descending on the Osprey 7.
Delta 1129, hello Charleston approach, altimeter 3022 squawk, 4244.
4244. Someone told me that P3D is just FSX with updates. It is. It very much is. But again, you could...
1129, thanks, catch radar contact, 33 miles to the northwest of the Charleston International Airport, speed 240 knots in the transition until advised.
Speed 240 in transition till advised. Delta 1129. Alright, 240 till advised. I'm going to leave the ground spoilers out. We're going to slow down a little bit. But I mean, so is Microsoft Flight Simulator at the end of the day. Like Tom was mentioning, Microsoft Flight Sim is still, this is FSX at its core, which is crazy. You know? I see your point, but the way
contact tower 126.0,
deal with Microsoft and Lockheed went down makes the price for P3D the way that it is. Oh, for sure. For sure, because I'm pretty sure they're proactively
Delta
paying,
1129,
right?
I'm going to need to take you off the arrival for just a moment. I've got traffic in front of you about 2.5 miles, 2,000 feet below, so turn left heading 090.
Left turn 090, Delta 1129, no problem.
Delta
How do we catch up to traffic? That's not Mark, is it?
42 miles to the northwest of the Charleston airport. Descend via the arrival, speed 240 knots in the transition until advised.
Okay, I was going to say, we didn't miss anything. We don't have any speed restrictions or anything. I don't know why we're so much faster than him. I don't know who that is. I don't think that's Mark. I think Mark's further ahead of us. I don't know why we're catching up to that guy so quickly. No speed restrictions or nothing. It's me, he slowed you down? Ah, okay. Okay.
Delta 2106, proceed direct to PAMG, cross PAMG, let's see. Let's go cross PAMG at 7,000 if able.
Alright, PAMG 7000, we'll make it 2106.
Delta 1129, you can turn right direct PAMG and cross PAMG speed 240 knots and at 7,000.
Alright, PAMG will expect to cross at 7,000, 240 knots, Delta 1129.
And Delta 1129, after that you can continue descent via the arrival.
After PAMG will continue descent by the arrival for Delta 1129. Alright, 7,000.
Let's go speed 230 knots, please.
PAMG.
230 for Delta 511.
Bug that in. 7,000.
Delta 2106, cross Jard at 4,000, clear for the RNAV Zulu runway 33 approach.
Jard at 4,000, clear for RNAV Zulu approach, Delta 2106.
Delta 1129, say approach request.
RNAV Zulu if possible, 1129.
Delta 1129, roger, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 33 approach from Jard.
Expect the RNAV Zulu 33 from Jard, Delta 1129, thanks.
Delta 511, say your approach request as well, please.
Do have a lot of add-ons for the users. Almost bought P3D, but the trailer for the sim came out. Yeah, no, dude, I was close, man. I was close, dude. I've always said that. I was so close to buying P3D and buying the Majestic and the PMDG products and stuff like that because I wanted something different. Yeah. Would you recommend the new Winnipeg Airport scenery by FSim Studios? Yes, absolutely. Great scenery, especially if you're a fan of Winnipeg. Great scenery. It's also got a bunch of updates over the last couple of weeks as well. I know they just pushed update 1.2 and it was fantastic. Still flying X-11, not paying for new simulator that in reality should have been a sim update for 11. Yeah, I hear you about that one too, man. I hear you about that one.
Speed will be your discretion.
Alright, Lexi 210 and then speed out.
Alright, I'm going to go back to managed. There we go. Good.
Delta 1129, you can cross Lexi at 210 knots as well and then speed your discretion.
Alright, we'll go Lexi for 210 and then speed our discretion at Delta 1129.
Delta 511, same for you, sir. Cross Lexi 210 knots and speed at your discretion.
Cross Lexi at 210 and speed discretion at Delta 511.
Alright, 7,000 at PAMG.
Aircraft Charleston, ATIS information, Lima is now current, winds calm, 10 statute miles.
And then we just have
500 scattered, ceiling
4,000 at Jard.
Altimeter 3022.
Alright, 4,000, Jard.
Delta 1129, cross Jard at 4,000, clear for the RNAV Zulu, runway 33 approach.
Jard 4,000, cleared RNAV Zulu 33 approach, Delta 1129.
Delta 511, cross Jard at 4,000 and clear for the RNAV Zulu, runway 33 approach at Jard.
Cross Jard at 4,000 and clear the RNAV Zulu at Jard at 5,000.
Alright, we're going to go 210 on the speed. Ooh, she's going to be a close one, chat. She's spicy.
And Delta 511, let's go speed 200 knots for now. I'll speed you back up in a moment just for traffic.
Yeah, no worries. 200 knots.
It's got us 5 miles. We should be good. And then if we look at our airport chart, we are going to be landing on runway 33. We're going to want to vacate to the... I wonder if you're allowed to taxi back via Delta. How does this work, chat? Or would you vacate to the right on Juliet? I guess to the right on Juliet. That's why they've built it here and not here, right? Yeah, I guess traffic was going to be this way. And then they send everybody down Alpha? Does that make sense? I wonder how this works. Or do you get the long way around Gulf? If anybody knows, let me know. It's interesting. Interesting layout, and I don't know enough about the airport. I'm assuming they exit to the right on Juliet and taxi back that way. I think. All right, we can go ahead and arm approach. Ever cross the red line in Air Force, flight line deadly force authorized. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm assuming they probably don't want commercial airplanes taxiing over here, but I don't know. Like, it almost makes sense to vacate to the left onto Echo and then go Delta all the way back, but I'm just curious how they send airplanes out. Because if they're departing on runway 21, although it looks like they depart a lot from runway 33 when I was looking at the flight radar. Okay. Speed restrictions through, but we're looking good. There's final approach. So we're good there. Exit right. Okay. Delta is for all aircraft, just don't cross into the controlled ramp. Delta is for all aircraft, restricted area. Okay. But that's what I'm saying, like when you're arriving, would you normally arrive and exit to the right on Echo, or would you arrive left? Because like that's what I'm saying. I feel like they want you to exit to the left, and that's why Juliet's here and there's not another, you know. Or maybe it's just because there's a lot of RJs and they hit Juliet. I don't know. There's the airport. There's the Boeing plane.
Delta 2106, contact tower 126.0. Have a good one.
Left has fewer runway crossings. Yeah.
We'll see you next time. 2106. Thanks, ladies.
But I'm just curious as to what they actually do. That's what I'm more. All right, 190 flaps 1. Make sure we activate approach phase. It's already been activated. Good.
Delta 511. Cross jar 200 knots, and speed is your discretion.
Cross jar 200 knots, and speed is discretion to the number.
His approach is badass. You can see Mark up here. He's halfway through his turn. It's a cool ass approach, man. Cool ass approach. It spits us out at about 1,000 feet on the other end. Fly here a lot. They usually take Delta all the way down. Okay. Okay. So Echo and Delta. And then what? Send you Delta all the way down like that, or get you at hotel and cross? It is a cool approach, yeah. Sweet RNAV approach. Speed 180. Waiting for 2,500, then we'll drop the gear. Separation's great. We shouldn't have any issues.
Delta 1129, you can contact tower 126.0, and I'll be expecting a delivery in the TRACON whenever you're able.
Over to tower 126.0, and I will send that over as soon as I can, my friend. Thanks for running full ATC, dude. Have a great night.
Thank you very much. You too.
Nice. We owe the controller some maple syrup, chat. Fair game. Gear down. Flaps 2. A little bit close on the speed, but we're good. Speed's coming down to 170. Tower hello, Delta 1129, RNAV, Zulu 33.
2000.
Delta 1129, Charleston Tower, good evening. You're following company traffic on short mile with a witness con runway 33, clear to land.
33 cleared to land, Delta 1129, thanks. Good, all lit up, ready to go. Gonna get the recording going. Good, we're recording. What a cool approach, man. It's badass. There's the arrival right there. Let's go flaps 3. Are my signs not on? Cool approach, man. Joystick cam's on. Enjoy the arrival, friends. Get you down on the ground. Flaps are full. My airplane.
Was that the Delta 511 call? Yeah, that's Delta 511. You're following, or Charleston Tower, good evening.
Yeah, it's a cool ass approach. I like this.
4 mile file. Witness con runway 33, clear to land. Flight traffic and touchdown to 333.
1000.
Delta 2106, you can make the route Echo, cross runway 3 and contact ground 121.9. Have a good night.
Alright, clear to Juliet, take Echo, cross runway 3 for Delta 2106, no floating.
Floaties. Man, what a cool approach, Chad. Our nav approaches are so badass. I used to be so scared about flying them, but now I honestly choose them. What's this, like a big mall? It's a huge shopping mall or something.
500.
Sorry, I'm trying to do sightseeing. I'm supposed to be flying.
100 above. 400. Minimum.
Continue.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. 5.
Reversers, nose down gently. Accelerating. Knots, reverser stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Charleston. That was a badass approach. I really like this scenery. That was a lot of fun.
Delta 1180, Delta 1129, I see if you can right at Juliet. You can make the next right on to Echo, cross runway 3, contact ground 121.9. Have a great night.
Alright, we made right turn Juliet. We'll make the next right on to Echo, cross 3 and over to ground on 121.9. Thanks for ATC, Delta 1129. Alright, 121.9. Wonderful. Back up into the flight deck. Beauty. Felt like that was a good one. You'll be able to watch the replay, but felt like a good landing. A little bit floaty, but not too bad. But a little bit floaty, but overall happy with that one. Ground spoilers and flaps going clean. Beautiful. We're on Echo. We've been cleared to cross runway 3. And I guess we're going to get instructions from ground. 1219. We'll flip over to him now. And lots of room. You can see the arrival traffic behind me. Lots of room with everybody. Cool. And we got the recording of that, chat, so we'll be able to watch the replay. Stop the recording now. And we'll kill those. Kill you. Kill you. You. AP Master Start Switch. You can come off as well. And he is down as well. Looks like he's also in a 320. Nice.
Delta 2106 cross 33 at Alpha, continue touch the ramp via Alpha. I continue cross 33 at Alpha, Alpha to the ramp, we'll see 2106.
Ground hello, Delta 1129, just crossed on runway 3 at Alpha.
Delta 1129, continue that to via Alpha, hold short 33.
Continue Alpha, hold short 33, Delta 1129. Alrighty. Good stuff. Great stream, friends. Great flying today, actually. Some challenging approaches, some fun approaches. Got to fly 2 RNAVs. Say it was a great day, chat. I would say it was a great day. If you guys did enjoy yourselves, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Let's get this video up to 200 likes if we can. We'll cross runway 33 at Alpha and we'll continue taxi to the ramp by Alpha. Thanks for your TC. All right, sweet. And we're going into Alpha 3 if available. Alpha 3, no, Delta. Good. Cool. Thank you, Taff. Appreciate it, man. Vin, good to see you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Doing EyeDoc to EHAM right now. Ooh, that's a long one. We're gonna do some. We're gonna fly some Ryanair next week. Not this week. This week we're in North America. We're gonna be flying the Airbus. Next week we're gonna do some. We're gonna do some Ryanair 737. We're gonna fly around Ireland. We'll get some. We'll get some cork in. We'll get some. Yeah, we'll do a nice little tour of Ireland. I gotta take Daisy for a WALK. I feel bad. I'm surprised she hasn't been bugging me yet.
Hello, Delta 5 left, cross runway 3.
What are we doing this Saturday? Ooh, I don't know. This Saturday, we're not doing Cross the Land. I looked at it. I'm not doing it, Chad. I'm sorry. I just did Cross the Pond. I'm not doing Cross the Land. No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not sure what we're doing on Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. APU's on and available. On. Good. You ever see the interview with the CEO of Ryanair who said he'd put standing room tickets on planes if they were allowed? Oh yeah. He's all about providing the cheapest travel service. I mean, listen, say what you will, but like, you know, he's just trying to provide the cheapest sales you know, possible. Have you seen like how much, like, Joe, like travel over there compared to the US? It's crazy, man. Like, how much did it cost you to fly to DC and back? How much was that? Probably a couple $100, right? Like, if you lived in Europe and you were taking the equivalent flight, it would probably cost you less than $100. Like, it's crazy how cheap their airfare is there. It's wild. Did you know Ryanair has a single solitary 737-700? Isn't that what they do all their training on, I thought? Maybe? Let's not talk about it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. We get absolutely shafted here, dude. It's crazy expensive. Alright, nose lights off, and our gate is right here, Alpha 3, where we started the evening. I just love to see geriatrics in a standing room hold nice firm Ryanair landing. No. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like it would just be the only people that would be doing that are the young kids, probably all drunk. The only ones that would do that. But could you imagine, man, a standing room flight? Holy shit, that'd be brutal, man. We also need somebody to make a GSX profile for this airport. This airport is worthy of a GSX profile. We're definitely going to be flying into here again, chat. That was a really fun approach. Thoroughly enjoyed it. don't know why they're telling me to go over. We're definitely right on the line. We're perfectly fine. Alrighty. Park brakes on. Upstairs. EPU's on. Bleeds are on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Red beacon light is off. Seatbelt sign is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to the gate. Operate the jet bridge. There it goes. Outside view. There we are. What a beautiful evening, my friends. Hope you guys enjoyed those flights. I certainly did. Shout out to Davis, actually, for letting me know that this scenery had released. And to initially hold off. I wasn't going to buy this scenery right away because there were some performance issues. A lot of people were complaining about performance issues. But I saw that they put another update out today. Again, the second update in like a couple days that it had been released. So I decided to pull the trigger. Yeah. Does AnyBuilds have a profile yet? For this airport, I don't think so. Is this being sold on the AnyBuild store? I can't remember. I didn't see it on the AnyBuild store. It might be up there. But I only saw it on Sim Market. I did not see it on AnyBuilds when I checked. Maybe I didn't check hard enough. I feel like sometimes I miss things that are sold. Cool. Sweet. What a great evening of flying, friends. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me again this evening. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I got to go a little bit. I just realized it's almost 10:30 and I got to take Daisy out for a WLK. I'm, again, surprised she hasn't been bugging me. Let me close all the doors, get our panel state. We're going to go ready. We're going to activate that. We're going to set our flaps all the way full. We're going to go to the overhead. We're going to turn all of our lights back on. That's all good. That's good. That's good. Beautiful. That's good. Sweet. Let's give that a second for our flaps to come all the way down, and then we will go ahead and check out our replay. Have the wonderful replay. Not on any builds yet. I checked this evening. Got you. Okay. Got you. Thanks for ride cap. See you, Greg. Glad you enjoyed, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Cool. Let's hit our play button. I think it'd be cool actually to watch the approach here from like a nice wing view. We'll watch the entire approach in here. It's about a minute or so, but it'll be really cool to watch the approach from a nice wing view and see all the beautiful. Look at that. What is that? Who lives there? Some pretty cool. Looks like almost like some marshland. Pretty cool. Watch it here from the wing view, watch the approach. It felt really good. Felt like a nice smooth approach. We'll see how it looks. Joe, take care, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much for your support. Appreciate it. That's when I took control right there. For some reason, the engine spooled up a little bit. That's right where I took control of the aircraft, was right there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the plan's going to be on Saturday. We're going to be back in the Phoenix A320. We may leave Charleston again. We may continue on from Charleston. I kind of want to get... I think Boston's having an event this weekend as well. Ooh, trains, Mopar. Look at that big train yard. Shit, that place is huge. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is it the 90 hours of Boston or something this weekend, isn't it? I can't remember, but I think Boston's having some crazy event, so maybe we'll get into Boston. I always love flying into Boston, so. There's a Charleston to Boston flight on Delta. That'd be a good one. I feel like that's going to be a long one, though, maybe. I don't know. I'll see. I'll take a look. But yeah, we'll do something like that. We'll jump in there. 60 hours. Okay, got you. It's an hour and a half. That's not too bad, actually. We can go then to Boston to somewhere, maybe. Boston, LaGuardia or something to finish off. That actually may be a great plan for Saturday. Chat, I'm booking it right now. We're doing, it's a crazy long event, and it's this weekend, right? Okay, so book it. We're going to be doing that, chat. We're going to do Charleston to Boston, Boston to LaGuardia. We're going to do that on Saturday. It's been a while since we've been to New York. We'll take her into LaGuardia. We'll have some fun on a Saturday. I felt like that was a really great landing. It actually wasn't too floaty at all. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Pretty impressed with that landing, chat. Cool. Give it some more wing views here coming in. Look at this. There's some beautiful buildings down here in Charleston. Look at some of this. And that big-ass mall that we passed over, I don't know what it was. It was some big-ass mall. Look good. It's good chatting with you, Cap. Great to hang out again. It was Mike. Feel free, man. We're always here, dude. You know the schedule. If not, exclamation point schedule. I feel like a lot of us just like to come in here and hang out, man. It's absolutely awesome. Here's another 5 years. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks again, man. Thank you. Charleston and Nashville and Southwest. We're going to be flying the A320. So we can revisit that maybe when we're flying the 737 around again, but for now we're going to be flying the E320 this weekend, so it probably makes a little bit more sense to fly that bad boy. 1,000 footers, 15 hundos. I mean, it's not bad. It actually wasn't floaty at all. I would say that was actually a really great landing. A really great landing. Cool. Guys, enjoy the replays. Thanks everybody for being here. Mods, donators, and sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, you know, this is impossible. So thanks, man. I really do appreciate you, dude. Do you have a season add-on? Those tree colors are beautiful. Yes. It is called, chat. What is it called? What the hell is it called that I run? My brain's not working. It's end of second stream. But yes, Joe, it is. Accu Seasons is what it's called. Rex, REX-Accu Seasons. All one word. ACCUSEASON. I don't know where I got the Q from. Again, brain not working, chat. Mods, donators, sponsors, thanks for support, guys. Really do appreciate you. Again, this doesn't happen without you guys, so thank you all for the support. Appreciate every single one of you. I gotta head out and take the Daisy for a nice WALK. I will leave you guys here watching the replays. You know the plan for Saturday at least. We're going to go Charleston to Boston, Boston to LaGuardia. We'll do that for Saturday, so if you do want to join, please feel free. It sounds like we're going to have full ETC in Boston as well, as they've got some crazy stuff ETC-wise planned for Boston, so it should be a lot of fun. Enjoy the replays. Have a great rest of your week, a great Thursday evening, a great Friday, and I'll catch you guys all on Saturday. Happy landings, my friends. See